Hey everybody, welcome back to some content from your boy Captain Caribou. So before we start, I want to let you guys know that this is a tabletop RPG called Fabula Ultima, which is like JRPG like content, anime related content itself. It's a tabletop RPG that's recently came out last year, but we've been having a blast playing it. And this is a custom world that we're working on. We haven't have a name for the world yet. We have a name for the city that they started in, and the premise where they are guardians to these lords and dreamers. They're called the dreamers, and they're all the different colors of the rainbow. Our two players are the Yellow Dreamers Guardians, and it's been so much fun. I'll give you a small little update in a second, but I would like to let you guys know that the first two episodes, what were supposed to be the first two episodes, which were first two streams, ended up not working out as far as audio wise. This is manageable. It's not the best audio wise, but this is something that I am confident in putting up towards you guys, and I think it would be really fun to do this and showcase this episode and get the ball rolling on this. The name of the campaign is called Evergreen Ending, and soon that name will make sense. So far, they have dealt with Evil Circus. They've dealt with a interesting red tiefling of sorts. A tiefling is more like a devil kid, and they're currently chasing. They currently chased this devilkin after they ended up wiping out some members of the city with a magical blast. Let's say that. And as they went to the forest, they ended up chasing and going in these winding different paths. Imagine Super Mario RPG Raw's Forest. That's my idea when I was doing it. And eventually they came into a path where they found a tree castle of sorts where they confronted Damien, who is this red tiefling I was referring to, who happens to be the child of someone named Father. And they ended up convincing him to help out in stopping whatever Father's plans might be in destroying the world. So that's where we are going to start. I don't want to give too many details as everything will be explained during the gameplay, but this is called Evergreen Ending. If you guys want to help by workshops on some of these characters or put different stuff in, we can work together as a community and make a lot of cool stuff happen. But until then, I hope you guys enjoy Fabula Ultima and the Evergreen Ending campaign. We're going to put a whole lot of heart and soul into this, and I'll do my best to get this content out into your faces on every platform. Love you guys. See you soon.
I'm going to stick around for now, and if it gets to be too much, I might bow out.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine.
And your character just drops into donkey Dualhan land. Oh my god! It's where the Dualhans go when they sleep.
Okay.
It's canon.
Without getting too much into the details of what happened last week, since I've already pretty much informed Jake, not on everything because his character technically wasn't there. So, without really getting into many details, the last thing that I'm going to recap for in-game info authenticity. Is going to be where you guys went into the forest. You guys went to a whole bunch of different trails. Ran away from a lot of small monsters, and the good old guardians of Mr. Yellow ended up finding the right path and headed towards what seemed to be a giant tree castle. But that is all I'm going to recap for authenticity's sake. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start the session now. You guys, let's see, where am I start? I had all, all week to think of this. Wolfle, I think your mic's off, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
I can hear you on there. Um, you guys are walking down the edge or the end of this forbidden forest, and as you guys are walking with whomever, whichever, you guys are walking outside and back into Evergreen. And as you guys are back in Evergreen, you guys see heading your direction. Jake, do you want to describe it? As they are literally heading outside of the forbidden forest?
They're heading outside the Forbidden Forest?
They're heading out of it and into Evergreen.
Oh, they're coming back into the town.
Into the city, yes.
Yep.
Okay. Come back over here.
I figured you thought about it, so.
I haven't thought about the design a lot. I'm gonna go with it's in a similar look to the mask as far as the coloring and kind of number of striations and gears and stuff like that. I gotta look at the mask again myself so I remember. Yep.
Okay.
Walk back down to Evergreen. I guess because I was planning on going back in the forest to try to find them.
I thought, okay, well, that was miscommunication. We can do it that way. It's perfectly fine.
No, I mean it's fine that way. So like that's what I'm saying. My character is walking back to the forest to try to go find them or his target.
Okay, perfect. Without thinking too much on the design, then on that aspect, you are walking back into the forest. You guys are still in the forest, nearing the edge, almost heading into Evergreen. And Kane, you start walking into the scene and notice something interesting. As Wolfle, Doulahan, and Mr. Red are currently kind of just walking into this direction. Your target seems to just be chilling with these two as they are walking into the city.
Okay. Well, I'll kind of. I guess I'll kind of walk out of the shadows, meeting them, and you'll see that he now has essentially an exoskeleton that kind of on top of his armor that has the same kind of golden hue as his mask that comes from his hands all the way up to his shoulders, down his back, and down the sides of his legs, and just strapped in various points and hooked up in various ways. With some kind of mechanism on the, I'll call it right arm, like right forearm, like a folded mechanism that's attached to it. I'll kind of just come out and stop right in front of you guys and look from you guys to Red. Just ask, what happened? Why is he here with you?
Ah, good. I was worried you had gotten lost in the forest.
I did, and then I returned to town to regain my bearings before coming back out to find you.
Yes, well, we did manage to stumble upon where Damien was staying. It turns out that he is willing to cooperate with us and has a lot of information that will be not just useful, but I think essential to the survival of anything that we hold dear.
Okay. Upon
So,
completion of whatever task you need from him, he is still wanted by my land.
yes, that is understood. But for now, he will be held safely in Evergreen, where we will help him decipher some of the riddles that hold the information we need. You know where he will be, and he will be safe here.
Kind of just looks over at little Red Riding Hood.
It kind of just looks at you and just kind of gives. It's not that much of a shit-eating grin, but it's just a smirk. Doesn't say much.
You're done with your work. You understand that the entity that you pissed off, the tyrant dragon of Kragenvine, he wants you bad.
It's beyond.
Even if I don't bring you back, somebody else will.
Figure that out as it comes. Okay. Right now, there's more pressing matters and serious things at play than a dragon.
Well, seeing as I don't want to fight you two,
We do not wish combat with you either.
I'll go along with this. But you mind filling me in on exactly what this crisis is? Because all I know is what happened in the circus.
Of course. Seeing as you are entwined in this matter, we can offer you some of the information that we currently have. From what we understand, the dreamers, which uphold our society through the magic of the great tree, are all going to die relatively soon, I believe. And unlike in all times past, they will not revive, reincarnate, regenerate. We're not entirely sure how the dreamers work or are chosen. But the point is, every time a new one would take the previous dreamer's place. According to the information we have, that won't be the case this time. The riddles that we're going to help decipher should hopefully give us information on why and perhaps how, and possibly what comes after. But our society and our people will be irreversibly changed. The way that we live and the way that we're created will cease to exist when all of the dreamers die. We need to know how to survive that. We need to know what we do once the dreamers are gone. And right now, Damien and his family are the only lead that we have on that information. I hope this is sufficient for your understanding.
He kind of nods and looks back at Evergreen, kind of people milling about. Well, we wouldn't want that. So I'm here to offer my services if you need help in anything.
I sincerely appreciate that. For now, we must bring Damien into the tree so that he has the resources and additional minds that he needs to uncover whatever other information he can. And hopefully protect him from whatever outside sources wish to do him harm. Because at the moment, I believe there are at least two, potentially.
Apart from the Dragon of Kragenvine, who's the other?
As
The
far
tall,
as
skinny one?
as far as I understand it, his father is not incredibly understanding of disobedience.
Hmm. What
So,
about that tall, thin man? Is he a threat?
uh, Kiva just kind of turns their body towards Damien. Like, I'm not really sure what their business relationship was or why they were working together. So she kind of turns to him, like, I don't know, is he a problem to you?
Not to me. Just a contract. It's just a circus that deals in contracts. Worst part is he's not the main ringleader. He's just the face. So
Ah,
I'm not exactly sure what's going on over there. Just have
well,
to
it
get
But you,
along
sounds
with it.
like they could pose an issue potentially in the future, but they do not seem to be an imminent threat at the moment.
even though your contract wasn't completed,
I'm not exactly sure what the business between my father and him was, but it had nothing to do with me.
very well.
I hope we have no problems.
Not so long as you're working with them and helping them.
That's the plan.
All
Then
right.
we are in agreement. Excellent. Allow us to show you into the tree.
Of
Can I
course.
can I do whatever the equivalent of like a D&D insight check is into this guy? Is it just insight?
Sure, let me get my cheat sheet up. I forgot to get out. Let's just go ahead and do a. Yeah, let's just go inside. That works.
Okay. Dice roll its thing. It's a 7.
Yeah. Regardless, it's still pretty hazy and hard to tell what his true intentions are because of how intricate this story is. And seeing as he really isn't wavering any of his facial expressions too much, it's pretty hard to tell if he's being earnest at the moment.
Okay. I'd like just to kind of, as we're walking and stuff, I'm just going to be keeping an eye on him.
All right, you do that as you guys are walking into the city, looking at people. It's not. It's not. I mean, it's still not necessarily joyous, but it's still an active city. So there's nothing too crazy, or there is a bit of sadness that is radiating throughout the city, but it's not really like impacting it too much from the event of the circus. But yeah, everyone seems to be going out and doing their normal thing of grabbing whatever they're doing with their jobs, wood cutting if necessary. Merchants, they seem to be on their merry way. Not truly phased by what happens, but impacted as you guys are walking through the city.
Do we know, like, roughly how many civilians died at the circus?
I think there was a number at one point. If I didn't say a number, then I'll have to look back in the notes. I think it was around 40, 50 maybe. Yeah, let's go with 50 for right now.
Okay.
I know I said a number at one point, but we'll just say 50 for the moment.
Okay.
as you guys are walking throughout the city. What is going through your minds?
Panic. Total panic.
Yeah, I mean, that would make sense. No one's truly noticed yet, but it's only a matter of time.
Waffle is sleeping. As usual.
As
Yeah.
sleeping and floating in a forward direction.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like you have him like on a
Leash.
on some yarn or
Yeah,
some
he's
stuff.
a balloon. He's just
Yeah.
trailing behind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm holding the string that attaches me to Waffle, and also I'm holding the reins of the horse that he was using.
Yeah. It's just a mess.
I'm walking through here looking like a fucking beast tamer. Like, what the fuck?
Kane's kind of Kane's just kind of thinking on because I told you right before we started that in addition to getting the armor, he probably would have sent that diamond back off to the dragon for payment.
Yeah.
And he's kind of wondering that now that they're kind of working with this dude, whether or not that's going to create some kind of political liability for Evergreen. Because Kane's homeland is not a kind and safe place like this is.
Oh no. You okay?
You would also know, just because you live in this world, and I'm sure you have, because you were literally thinking about political climates. Evergreen is pretty much
Like neutral isolationist, right?
pretty much non-existent in the global political landscape.
Yeah. What my concern is not like they're politically going to do anything, but like that the tyrant of a dragon that I work for is going to go, what? They're harboring the guy that I want dead?
Well, here's the thing. Don't fucking tell him that he's here. Tell him that you lost him and he ran off somewhere else.
Yeah, I didn't tell him, but I did just send a crystal from here.
Well, doesn't mean he's here. But yeah, no, we're essentially keeping this very under the table to the citizens, to the rest of the world, basically to anybody that's not need to know. So, like, we'll probably tell maybe some of the other fucking
The sacred guards.
Yeah, we might tell some of them because those are probably going to be some of the people that do get involved with this because their dreamers are going to die too.
Yeah.
So like eventually those guys will be involved and they'll have to know kind of what's going on. But like for the most part, it's going to be pretty under wraps because we also don't want the other people that Damien was working under or working with, we don't want them to know that he's here, you know? It's like the fewer people that know, the better is essentially.
So are we going down like all the back roads and stuff right now then?
Oh yeah, we're fully using maintenance tunnels. You know?
Okay.
Like the sacred guard, like yeah, obviously there are guards that are posted out in the city and stuff like that. But, you know, there's, I'm sure, lots of passages and tunnels within the tree itself so that people can get around to emergency scenes quickly because everything is trees and vines and leaves and you got to have some easier path to maneuver in crisis. So I assume that we're taking, you know, what is essentially maintenance tunnels.
Essentially, as you guys are walking through these back streets and into you guys are slowly starting to approach the World Tree, and just as you guys are about to reach there into one of these back streets, you guys hear from the shadows um, an interesting looking drow individual. He seems to pop out and just say, "Now, where do you two think you're going?" And as he walks out of the shadows, you do notice. Prince, can you do me a favor and describe Kazimuth for me?
Yes, Muth. He is a dark elf, uh, purple gray skin, white hair with the right side of his head shaved. He has a number of ear piercings and what seems to be a rather colorful floral business suit on with a colorful floral tie as well. He has what seems to be like red eyeshadow that kind of make his eyes pop. And he probably has a couple of daggers somewhere.
He also seems to be wearing. Um, he recognizes as one of the sacred guards as well as he is known to be. He's part of a duo with a young man named Turkin Mudpuppy, who is a pale skinned individual with short brown hair, short blonde hair, sorry. And they are the sacred guards for the Purple Dreamer.
Okay, sick.
He approaches from the shadows and just goes, "Now, where do you think you're going?"
We are returning to the tree with vital information.
Are you care to share that information with the team? With the
Oh, goodness.
The rest of guards, or is
Sure,
this like
sure,
something I
sure.
can
Sir,
keep in my backpack and use
oh,
later against you guys?
sir, listen to me. Listen to me. You got important business, and this has nothing to do with you. Sorry.
And what do you mean? I'm a sacred god. I should know
No,
about this as well.
Muffle, it does pertain to them. Yes, the rest
Oh,
of the Sacred Guard will be informed once the information has been deciphered and understood.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell
It
you.
is not information that should be brought to the public as of yet. Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah, he might just go and spill the beans. Who knows?
All right, just making sure everything's all right. I've been tracking you guys for the last couple hours.
Okay.
It's been a little weird.
Okay.
I'm following my master's orders just to keep my eye on you, and I can't help but to. No, yeah.
Thank you.
Don't worry about it.
I have no issue with you keeping an eye on us. The information will be given once it is understood. It does pertain to all of us. And
it's like, how can we give you food if it's not cooked?
You don't.
Exactly.
Unless it's, never mind. Beyond the point. I can get sidetracked with this.
It is like
I won't spill the beans. I won't say anything. I can't help it. My curiosity meter hit its max, and I had to ask.
Unfortunately, it is a matter that I do not believe curiosity is warranted for. It is devastating news.
This is very important information that is sensitive. I can't stress that enough.
If you would like to know more about this situation quickly, then by all means, come along with us, and once we are in a more secure location, we can inform you of what's going on.
Of course.
Yeah.
I have no problem joining you.
Wonderful.
Great.
Then let us continue onward.
This is we're on the topic of food, you guys find any interesting? I saw you guys went to Grandma's house. Did you guys get any good baked goods?
We weren't on the topic of food at all.
You said food at one point.
Yeah, you did.
But we left that subject, so we're not on the
Well, I
topic
did want to
anymore.
actually point something out on that too. You said uncooked food, you wouldn't give it to somebody. Have none of y'all left this forest?
What? Uh, I, I went to go like stop some guy like 3 times. The same guy too.
Have you ever seen the ocean? Is what I'm asking. Because there's certain
Uh,
people they do raw food from the ocean, uncooked.
Ocean? What's that?
Oh, yes, we eat uncooked food as well,
Okay.
but I assume in a similar circumstance to them where the food simply does not need to be cooked. For example, many fruits don't need to be cooked, and so you eat them raw. They can be cooked. You can make jams or frosting with fruit.
I
Candies.
always thought the earth cooked the fruits for us.
No, that
Okay.
would be other people.
What the?
This is
What?
one of my first ventures here, so I wasn't sure where that level of culinary expertise was because they do sushi out by the water.
I've had that before. It's been great. I've only not recently, but I can't really talk much on it. But I've been all over the world. I've been under, over, all over the place.
What was
Is
his
this
name again?
Kez eat move.
Kesimov. Uh, yeah, so Kiva says, do not let Kesimov fool you. Most fairies have not left the sacred tree.
Uh-huh.
Some, like Kazimov, do venture out and travel quite broadly, but for the most part, we are quite isolated as a people.
kind of just looks at Kezi Moof and have you ever been to Crag and Vine?
Oh, I've been there before. It's been great. It's a beautiful place.
He kind of just looks at him again and goes, "I don't think you've been to Crag and Vine."
Oh, bet. Why do you think I've never been to Crag and Vine? Because, I'm not giving you specifics. I don't do that. I'm secretive.
Because the only specifics you gave was that it was beautiful, and that's the exact opposite of what it is. Crag and Vine is a hellhole
I mean, have you ever
where
been to
no
the
crops
Underdog
can
before?
grow.
In some places it's beautiful, but it's a shithole all over the place. Depends on where you're going.
The entire country of Crag and Vine is incapable of producing crops. It's the antithesis of this land.
The
The only
underworld
thing that
isn't. Okay, sure. Whatever you say. You have a sandwich before? Sandwiches are good. Turk and makes good sandwiches.
Bro, what are you talking about? Shut up.
Cade just kind of pulls out like a little notebook, writes Kazi Moof, and then liar.
Well, I've never lied before. I could see what you're writing. I mean, clearly.
He just looks back up to him and then adds next to liar, braggart.
Hey, man, I saved the city before. You never saved the city before? Wow, crazy. I feel judged. Who is this guy anyway?
He is one of the individuals involved in the current situation. He was at the circus tonight and, on a larger scale, is involved with what happened there. Not on the opposing side. He is.
And not romantically.
Just kind of looks at Waffle, and he has a mask on, but you can still tell through the mask he's just got a raised eyebrow.
I just smile like, I got you, buddy, and I put my
You-
thumbs up.
You get the same vibe from Kiva's faceless face.
I smile at you too and put my thumb up.
Kaz does not give that expression. He just has a neutral look on his face, like, whatever you're into, man.
He has agreed to help us.
Alright,
That's why he's here.
alright. This is Purple information. Purple said that you two are up to something. Not something nefarious, but something that I had to keep my eyes on. So, we've been specifically making sure Turkin doesn't get involved. He's a good guy, but he's aloof and he might spill the information out. He's my
You're
best-
talking a lot. You're talking a lot.
Yeah,
and
but I'm
it's
giving you
about
the
nothing.
information that's necessary, not the information.
I'm not even
before
learning anything.
Waffle, please.
Yes. Okay.
Where do you want to learn your ABCs? You know how to count?
No, can you please not teach me?
Purple was correct. We are up to something, but it is nothing nefarious, and it is to the benefit, hopefully, of our people. It is simply a drastic and devastating situation that we find ourselves in, and thus we must keep much of our information close to heart.
Yeah, very devastating.
Understood. Perfect.
So he's hot then. Got it.
Yes, he's hot. Yeah, that's. All right. Well, once we get up to the tree, I'll make sure to keep my mouth shut. But we're in the back streets, yo. No one cares.
Yeah, you care. You literally are following us.
Yeah, you know the instructions. Otherwise, I wouldn't get.
Yeah, whatever. You have
Your name's
any
Waffle,
apples?
right?
Waffle. Yeah.
Hmm.
What's it to you?
Why?
What do you mean? Why?
Waffle, why are you instigating an altercation?
I don't know him. He could be lying.
I do know him. He is another of the Sacred Guard.
That's what I'm saying. What if he's working with, like, an enemy that we don't even know? Like
For the
Purple.
moment, we are going to assume that's not the case.
No, it's
Well,
very.
I'm glad you're optimistic.
I'm not optimistic. I'm simply making things easier on us. If he is working against us, there's no way for us to know at the present moment.
This is so true.
You're simply making enemies of people who may not be enemies.
Okay.
You know, I could be an enemy, but
I knew it!
yeah, you got to keep your eyes up. I'm not getting your point. Just
I take out my iron knuckles.
Oh my god, I put you in the baby hamper thing. I grabbed you by the face and stuck you in the fucking baby carrier.
I look at him and I say, "You're lucky," and I go to bed.
just like on the backside. Since that character's asleep, you can talk for Kez at the moment since he's.
Oh god. Oh god.
The fucking dynamic is impeccable.
It's another one of Apprentice characters. So.
But he's playing it completely not the way.
No, that's why I only did it a couple ways that I know he would say. Otherwise, I've kind of kept it pretty silent, specifically for that reason.
So, I know you guys are out here, doing what you think is the responsible thing, air quotes, but I can't help but feel, who is this character that hasn't spoken at all?
This is Damien.
Damien. The same one who's wanted?
Like I said, we will explain once we are out of the public.
And hence why I was sent to look after. Understood.
I have already said that this is understood and quite reasonable.
Well, the situation just keeps evolving every now and then.
Trust me, it will evolve further and quite beyond your comprehension.
I comprehend a lot.
As you guys are walking and you're currently talking with someone, Kez, you bump into your friend. You guys see Turkin, the mud puppy.
Turkin.
He has short blonde hair. He's got purplish skin. He's not a drow. He's more sea elfish. yellow skin, and he has a sandwich in his mouth. And he didn't even notice you. He's not looking in your direction. He's got his back turned, and you like bump into him. Ah, jeez, there's jelly everywhere now.
I pick him up and put him on my back,
What's
just like
that?
on my
Oh,
shoulder.
this is nice. I didn't. You're so strong, Gaz. You're so nice.
Never say that in public.
But you just picked me up for no reason at all.
Never say that.
No, I will say it every time I want, because you ruined my sandwich. I made a good one this time too. It's got
It's the
straight
same
jam.
sandwich, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's got strawberry jam instead of that weird shit that I put
That's
in it last
you use that all the time.
time.
And you always say that you replace it. You replace it with the same jam.
No,
It's the same.
you know, you look at the texture and you think it's the same, but it has different dates on it, which means they're different.
He
Either
slaps
way,
he slaps the sticker on his mouth so that he shuts up. And it just says it just says expired.
So these two have the same dynamic as Kiva and Waffle.
Yes.
Got it.
Except for it's the roles are reversed. I'm the bully. This one's the innocent.
He's kind of just like, I guess he's weirdly being carried at the moment. Is it like a child being carried?
No, it's over the shoulder where your stomach is being pressed into my shoulder. And your stomach will eventually hurt if you keep talking, but he doesn't care.
Wait, is this one smaller than Waffle?
No.
No.
He's a normal size. They're around the same size, around like 5'10".
It's just anime, so
Yeah, so he's
Okay.
quote unquote able to pick me up because it's bullshit.
exactly.
Okay.
So that's happening, and he kind of just stops talking or moving. He just like points to his mouth the entire time.
Yes, you expired. I get it. Is there anything important you need to tell us? Okay, I take that as a no. I'll take it off for 2 seconds. How about that? He takes it off.
Keep it off. I need to continue eating my sandwich.
As he's like right before he's about to put the sandwich in his mouth, I just put the sticker back on.
This happens a few times until he kind of just accepts that he's not going to eat a sandwich until they arrive.
I turn to Kane and I'm like, is this what Waffle and I appear like to outsiders?
Probably a little less goofy, a little more hostile.
Good.
Oh, trust me,
But
I'm being
not
full
fucking
hostile. Being full on hostile. That's this is my hostile.
Yeah, but the one that you're carrying is trying to eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, smearing it on his face, and you keep throwing an expired sticker on his face while carrying him over your shoulder.
It's
So-
it's hostile action.
Yeah, for a Looney Tune.
What is this?
I forgot. This is probably better than...
No, that's really funny. In a system like this, you don't even have to overthink that.
Nope, you can just say it anyway.
It makes sense somewhere.
Exactly.
It's a children's book.
There you
Yeah. Sounds terrible.
go.
Am I the main character?
Damien kind of just looks at
You're
you
probably
guys
daffy.
and says, "This reminded me a little bit of my siblings. Not how they truly
Interesting.
are, like,
Coming from a murderer, I don't want to hear you speak.
You know,
Unless you have information. If it is not information, being quiet sounds really good right about now.
I like that. I can already see where this is going.
Not looking for your praise, sir.
I wasn't expecting They seem to be weirdly sizing each other up since they're both kind of like. It's very much not the same vibe, but in some ways it's similar. As they are kind of doing the same thing to one another in a way. Given that like emo boy look to each other. And as you guys are walking, eventually you guys make it up towards the World Tree again. It is definitely way more busier than usual, as there are people bolting every which way direction. There are definitely a good amount of individuals from the other side of the city that are wondering about this stuff. Even outside of the World Tree, where you guys were heading into. You did notice a couple of people who were looking for any information, newspapers, people who were desperate. It's almost the equivalent of paparazzi that you guys pretty much shrugged off as you guys were walking inside. And as you guys are walking in, you do notice the bustling state of the tree at the moment. And even as the normal guards that would be at their post are just more or less like keeping the public at bay and trying to calm the situation down. So you guys were even able to sneak this individual past and not really cause that much of a ruckus.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah, I just don't know how it's possible. Everyone's fighting.
Secret tunnels.
Secret tunnels.
Secret tunnels.
You guys start to walk, and eventually, which direction are you guys hoping to go to? Actually, before I start saying things.
I don't fucking know, man.
The direction of the interrogation rooms, probably.
I mean,
We do have two people that we could interrogate.
we need to
But
find somewhere that's secure, where he can stay.
Is there also like a court style system where they have it's something similar to us, but except more like a political side of the Dreamers?
I mean, let's just say yes. That sounds interesting.
So we could go to them, since they would basically how I see it is that they would keep tabs on these guys. Clearly, we keep tabs on them in one way, but they get all the foot traffic and all the paperwork that would be coming through. So if they got anything suspicious recently, that might shed light on what's going on. And they could also be the ones who deal with receiving the death threats, and then we go out and we would probably maybe go and just take care of whoever's sending them if possible. If it even happens, type thing. It might not be something that's a frequent thing. It might be outsiders, if anything, or like that one guy who just really hates purple or green or yellow.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So there's that option. There is the interrogation rooms. There would be there are plenty of rooms that are vacant that aren't being used at the moment. As this is a massive tree with plenty of room for people, even if you're like trying to make sure that people don't know where this person is, it's all possible. It's all dependent on which direction you guys want to do first.
You know what? Here's an idea.
Yeah.
Let's bring him over to the Yellow Wing. Because our dreamer is already on his deathbed, if not already dead. Which means that he's not going to be able to tell anyone, And it'll be a relatively empty, quiet place that we can just like bring people in and be like, here's the guy. Do what we need to do,
Aye, aye.
All right, you guys head towards the yellow wing. Go ahead.
Because this place is so big, I'm sure that there's a like secluded corner of the yellow wing with a room that we can put him in.
Understood. As you guys are walking in towards the wing, you do notice it's not a ruckus by any means, but there is several individuals that are inside of the wing that normally aren't inside of the wing. You see Yellow's family. They're always in the swing at this point, but you do notice Purple is there as well. As soon as you guys start to walk through the door, you see him turn his head slightly and just slightly turn his head back into what was going on there. It also seems as though Green is currently there as well, as she is currently tending to Yellow. It seems as though something's going on in the room at the moment. You guys can easily sneak around and find a place while that's happening, and I'm assuming you guys are doing that. Or
What?
how? I don't know exactly. Sorry, I assumed again. What do you guys do? As that is what's happening in that scenario at the moment.
So we're looking at some of the sleepers right now.
They are currently in the room examining Yellow. Green is examining Yellow. Purple's in the room, and Yellow's family is around at the moment. That's the people in the room.
Well, okay. We need to get this guy hidden. So that's the first priority. But then we need to come back and see what's going on with Yellow. Because I
But
mean,
I-
obviously.
Intrusive thoughts.
What?
I'm fighting intrusive thoughts.
Okay.
Nice.
I don't know, I doubt you guys have looked at it, but in the TikTok, I've been thinking about it since you guys first described the sleepers. I want to go up to them and just go nightmare, nightmare, nightmare.
Oh my gosh.
So bad.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and ask
Terrible.
for a couple of dex checks.
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm fighting the intrusive thoughts. I keep thinking about it because I think the
Terrible.
consequences would be hilarious.
Oh, for
But-
sure.
I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, look at you being so generous to us.
Not trying to destroy our entire civilization.
Yeah.
Just spawning demon fae.
9.
Okay.
Okay. As Kez, I'm going to put down Turkin. I'm going to take his expiration date off. And I'll whisper into his ear. Just basically talk to Purple, and he'll relay the information. You'll shove him off, and then he'll go with the group to the secluded spot.
Sounds good. Yeah, he starts to, he nods his head and he holds Purple on his shoulder and he starts to whisper into his ear. And you can tell, like, right at the end, as you guys are sneaking off into to the end, you can see Turkin opening his mouth and just starting to talk to the other people in the room, kind of just checking in on them. But that's just, you get the little tidbits on the ends as you guys start to walk into or sneak around and find a secluded area that no one normally goes into to stash your individual.
So what is the plan from here?
The plan right now is to keep this individual hidden, go do our duties as sacred knights, to the Yellow Dreamer, who I quite assume. I assume the worst now.
He
And
will get
then-
close and kind of like whisper to you. How strong is it?
Caleb, how strong is it?
It's happening.
Overwhelming is all that they say. And then they say once it is for the most part resolved, we will gather the people necessary, including much of the Sacred Knight and likely some curse breakers, riddle breakers, people with knowledge on the subjects. We will gather them and explain both what is going on and what we think must be done. And then we will discuss it, I'm sure, for quite a while.
I guess I will keep an eye on him.
I appreciate that.
It's reluctant.
I understand. I appreciate it nonetheless, seeing as this other matter is calling.
He does look towards him, though. Weapons. Off with them.
Okay. He
Off of
off of
Red.
off of Damien. Okay.
Yes.
that includes baked goods.
Yes, basically. And also, basically, he'll be taking his IP points as well.
Okay.
He doesn't want him to have nothing. Hell no. He doesn't trust this guy. He's a gnome. He's a murderer.
He kind of just holds his
Many
hands
people.
up, and as you take the weapons off of him, I'm sure you pen him down too, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, careful there, buddy. You don't want to grab something unexpectedly.
He grabs his dick. While he says
Oh,
that.
Jesus.
And then he goes back and he takes the rest of everything he needs.
It's just like,
Okay, that's
that.
that's the end of that scene.
God.
That's just,
God, because I do this in real life, and I've had people say that shit. And then, like, you say that, I'm like, oh, that's the biggest no. Oh, you're going to, yeah, that's a gate, you're in trouble. Like, real world stuff started playing through my head, and I was like, oh, it's fake world. Don't got to worry about that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, quite literally. Yeah, I'm not touching it. I don't have to touch anything. I don't even have to think about it. I just say it like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. Then I go back to doing what I need to do.
all right, we'll end that scene there before it
Yeah.
gets any weirder.
Oh yeah, that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to really get in there.
No, he's not. Shut up.
He has
You're
the
like-
butter. He has the butter on him.
I feel like Damien got a little bit more red.
Maybe.
I'll never know. But yeah, no, that's all he does.
All right.
And he takes his IP points. He takes all of his weaponry.
Yeah, he accepts that. He's not fighting anything right now. As he starts to bring out his notes and starts to get to work.
All right. And my guy will just feel the presence of something strong.
Waffle,
Yeah.
it is time.
I know.
Kane kind of just looks back and forth between everybody doing this stuff. He's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Freaks!
As you guys are walking into the scenario, back into what's going on over there, how do you approach it?
I go over. I go like get out of the little nappy, and I I go over to Monk.
I'm so sorry, buddy.
As you're walking over to him, you do see that he is heavily sweating, but there is a smile on his face, and his eyes are open, as he just seems to kind of like be waiting, but he's happy. Like you can see that like he doesn't want people to worry about him. And as you walk over and say that, he just kind of looks at me and goes, "What are you sorry for, man? It's all right."
You're awake?
Momentarily, but I don't know what's going on. It's quite painful, but we'll see what happens. I could pull through. Who knows?
Oh. Okay.
I mean, I'm a dreamer. Like, I've lived good, even if it's Nah, it's not. I'll be fine.
You lived a terrible life. You had to deal with me all the time.
Nah, it's been great. You came from me. How can you cause misery? You cause joy for everyone. You spread it around, just like me.
How are your peepers? He like just opens his eyes a little bit and just like checks around. Is it like gray, purplish, just dull?
The veins that would normally show are more or less pure white, as there's nothing but white and the irises.
Did you get something to eat?
Yeah, I mean they've been taking care of me good since I've waken up, but it's only been like a couple hours though.
Oh. Okay.
He like ruffles his
Come on,
his
buddy.
blanket.
Why are you acting like this? You're getting me worried. Like I'll be fine.
I place my hand over his heart, and I would like to spend a Fabula point to contact my spirit guide. The flame, the
Mm-hmm.
weird ethereal fire within me.
Okay.
And I will burn all of my mana points to cast heal on him. I know it won't do anything. Maybe, who knows, but I do it because I'm Waffles.
Uh,
And so I drain all of all of it. I'm at 0 MP, and I just say,
Hi, fire guy, you in there?
yep. What's up?
I don't know who you are or why you live in my body at all. Not gonna pretend like this is normal. It's not.
Nope.
No.
I know
No,
it's
there
not
you,
normal. I'm just happy to be here.
I'm glad. I ain't Since you are me and I am you,
Yeah?
I need help.
Oh, with what?
You feel this little buddy right here?
Yeah, it's cold.
Okay, yeah. Um, yeah, he's not doing too well. And I don't know how to fix him. I want to fix him.
I'll just heat him up. It should be fine.
What, you eat him up?
Heat him up.
You gotta pronunciate better, buddy.
All right, let's
Okay.
do this.
Yeah. And let's go. Ah!
Yeah, he kind of like tries to power up too, and
The
with
go-to.
that, he burns through all of her mana trying to do that healing, and nothing, no change. The iris is white, and the skin is still clammy and cold.
Kiva just sort of stands by, watching this doomed to fail attempt.
I feel very, very tired now.
He kind of just like looks at you and he goes, "Buddy, it'll be fine. I told you that there's nothing to worry about. Like
It didn't work.
what didn't work? I'm good.
It didn't work.
What are you talking about?
Are you better now?
I walk up closer to the bed after having sort of just stood on the sidelines. And I walk up and place my hand on Monk's head, ruffle his hair, and say, "You have always been so strong, Monk. Strong and bright. Thank you for never losing that spark. It has brought me great joy."
Um, um, you, what's going on?
I look around the room, I'm like, "Did you just not tell him?"
You see a lot of them are literally they have their heads down, and Green, with her eyes swirling consistently, seems to be just focused on whatever she's doing as far as keeping his grasp. From you're deducing the situation, she's keeping him active at the moment with whatever magic she's pulling into the bed.
Like she's just trying to prolong his life.
Or giving everyone a chance to say goodbye.
Oh, okay.
Question.
Yeah. What's up?
Caleb, can I use the Fabula point as being well traveled to? It would be possible to identify what ails him, or this is something completely magical, foreign.
Normally, I would allow that in this specific scenario. You would not be able to deduce it, so I don't want you wasting a Fabula point for it.
Okay.
Yeah, I sit down on the bed and continue just ruffling his hair, and I ask him, "Monk, when we were born, do you remember what you first called me?" You were shocked. I think you were scared. You shouted, "Why is a death fairy here?"
Yeah, I wasn't too proud of that.
I know of the taboo, of course. And I have never, ever faulted you for the way that we introduced ourselves. But even then, you knew that I was a death fairy. And so surely now, as I hold your hand and speak to you, surely you know.
Okay.
I'm so sorry that it couldn't have waited until much later.
He like looks to the side and notices Green and what she's doing and observes the bed. And looks back up at you. Huh. That's why everyone's been so weird. But
I place a hand on his cheek and I say, "It's okay. You will be all right."
It's been great, everyone. I've had a wonderful life, and I've made so many different beautiful friends.
You don't deserve this.
No one deserves death.
Not the way it's happening. Not the way it's happening.
I pull Waffle into a little group hug with him and Monk.
You guys will always be my best friends. And I'll never forget you. Wherever I go.
And you will always be the light at the end of our tunnel. The light that guides us. The light that keeps us going. Like you always have been.
I guess into our next journey. Thank you, Green. You've given my family that. I love you guys. I'll never forget you. Because I know whatever happens next, there's a reason for it. There's gotta be.
There's no just reason for this.
I sort of like pat you on the head, a little bit muffling you in this hug, because you're obviously grieving in your way, but he was trying to make this as painless as possible for Monk. And you screaming, "There's no justice in this!" is not helping the situation.
No, not at all. He's being very selfish.
And Kifa's, both trying to comfort you and also trying to shut you the fuck up. So.
Oh yeah, no, I feel that. I feel you. You are justified.
I will.
Would you like us to stay here?
I would love for you guys to stay here. You guys were always the light that kept me going as well.
Waffle Bottoms. Waffle Stack Monk is here for you whenever you need him. No matter what.
Starts to wail. And as he gets done with that, you can see like the magic that Green was holding on to starts to fade.
I go, Green, no! You keep going! And I give her, I produce an MP bottle and I pop the top off.
As you throw that, you can see a figure in steel, just like complete armor. This big dude just kind of appears out of nowhere, and it just hits him, and he just disappears after that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I grab you by the shirt collar and drag you back into the like crook of my. I'm putting you in a headlock.
I have
This
no
what's happening.
resources.
Yeah, I put you in a headlock, and I say, Waffle, we are all sad. This does not help anyone. In a headlock.
Evergreen. A city of dreams. A city of splendor, wonder,
Waffle,
and magic.
You slowly see as he starts to fade, and he keeps his hand raised in like a fist fashion to kind of keep everyone's spirits up. And eventually, it starts to fade as his head slowly hits the pillow, and the white encapsulates the entirety of his irises, as what was previously yellow has turned nothing but white, as even his clothes has turned a deathly white.
When the dreamers die, is this usually what happens? Their eyes go white and all of that?
Yes.
Yeah, you just stay there for a little while.
His mom and sister remained there for a little bit, and after noticing you guys, giving you guys individual hugs, they slowly shuffle off, and knowing that he's in your guys' care at the moment, look to grieve in their own way.
I spend the Fabula points to take out a note that Monk wrote. And I read it to myself.
Oh, okay. Waffle, I don't like seeing you down. It keeps my spirits down when you're the thing that keeps my spirits up. Remember, we are all the light that burns through this entire city. And you represent that, what burns within me. The joy that carries throughout this entire world. Remember that you're not the only one that's struggling. We're all in this together. I love you, buddy.
Waffle Bottoms. Waffle stuck on here reporting for duty.
Green slowly gets up, and in her stale state, she just goes, I must ponder on this. I am so sorry that this has happened. I will let you guys grieve.
I question out of character. Would it? Okay. Okay. How do I even start this?
How do I even word these words?
So obviously, we are going to need to inform quite a large number of people about the situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would it be better to include the rest of the dreamers in that or not. Because here's the thing. On one hand, they're going to die. And telling them, hey, y'all are going to die soon, that's kind of fucked up. Second, if we do that and it takes them a little while, it doesn't all just happen in a
It could
week.
take years.
It could
for
take
all
years
we
for all we
know.
know. And that's really going to fuck them up pretty bad.
Oh yeah, they're
And-
just gonna be paranoid the whole time, looking over their shoulder.
And that's obviously going to reflect in the population. So that's no bueno.
Yeah, and
But
also this could be a tactic to make them produce a bunch of scary shit, basically.
yeah. But on the other hand, they are intrinsically involved in this. They could potentially have information that's relevant or that gives us the clue that we need. Or there's also the moral dilemma of I know that these people are going to die and there's nothing that any of us can do about it. Should they know that?
Well, I feel like we should
Shouldn't they know
get
that?
enough information, like a guaranteed, like for sure that this is actually going to happen, because we're not even 1,000% sure that it's actually solid, right?
Okay. So
However, just to throw it into your mind there, because usually when one of these dies, another one appears.
yeah.
If that's not going to happen, people are going to catch on to it anyways.
Yeah.
So here's I think how we should approach this, at least for now. We'll start by involving the retainers and other people, but not the dreamers, and we'll pass it off as another situation that they need to be shielded from, essentially, which is true. That's not a lie, but also they're pretty used to that. That's basically their whole lives, is they're being shielded from terrible things. So, the Sacred Guard are involved in some weird thing. All right, well, we'll get it done. It's whatever. That's, I'm sure, at least in the early stages, how we can play that off, and avoid telling the dreamers. Obviously, things might change later, and we might need to tell them. But for now, I think we'll involve the guard and maybe some scholars or whoever it is that ends up helping find more information and
Well, I think that
strategize.
on our end, we also need to thoroughly research what dreamers are, because we're ignorant, right? So we know what they've
So-
told us, and we've listened to all their teachings and what they've just been spreading to us. So I think we should find out what they are, really.
Yeah, because here's the problem: is no one has bothered to do that research.
Exactly.
Literally, no one knows. They don't know where they come from. They don't know why they exist. They don't know how they're connected to the tree. They don't know why the tree takes their dreams. They don't know why they make fairies out of dreams. What's that about?
For all we know, they could just be keeping these guys as tame as possible, because they could be a key to the destruction of the planet. We don't even know.
It's entirely possible that our whole
Exactly.
race was just created to be a weapon. We have no fucking clue.
Yeah, exactly.
And no one has bothered to be hey, I wonder why that is. Everyone's just we exist, let's just be cool with it and have a peaceful life. That's how it's been handled for the entirety of our civilization's existence.
And then so the masters of masters, they know all the secrets and they died with it, and they might have scriptures and tablets just in case of emergencies that have procedures and operations that discuss the worst case of possible scenario.
Yeah. And that's the kind of stuff that would be all right, y'all other Sacred Guards, you're going to be involved and help us do the research, help us whatever. Because this is an all hands on deck situation.
Indeed. So I mean, It's a very feasible thing.
I
Yeah.
think that works. I will ask for. I'll ask Waffle and I'll ask for your character M to roll a insight check.
Okay.
Okay. My insight is
Oh,
great.
okay. You know what? That's actually not bad.
Same.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
I got a 9.
Yeah, yeah, 11.
Okay.
That's actually a really good roll considering
Almost
that
a
it
crit.
was
Yeah,
d6s.
almost a crit.
You crit?
Almost.
Oh,
It's a 5-4.
oh, yeah.
It was a rather high check to make, so I will say that putting a couple things together, or you know, with the Purple Dreamer being as involved as he is, there is a strong chance that he would already know. But it's impossible to really know that. But given his quick involvement in the
Right.
situation, that is something that would come across your mind.
So we can maybe gently broach the subject with him without giving too many details, because obviously if he isn't privy to the situation, we don't want to give him nightmares about it, like
Exactly.
all of the dreamers are dying, so we can sort of test the waters and see if he like knows what we're talking about, and if he does, then obviously he can be involved because he already knows. um, so yeah, that's what we'll do is we'll see what's up with the Purple Dreamer. We'll get the Sacred Guard involved. Whoever might be helpful to doing the research or deciphering things or whatever, so maybe scholars or librarians or whoever's relevant, right? We'll find people who are good at this kind of
Thing.
information gathering.
Yeah, that works. Sounds like a plan.
By the way, I just want to throw this out there.
Mhm.
Um, Kane, when all the emotions started happening, was like, I should not be here for this event. And he left. He left the room. He went back to where Damien's being held.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Kiva fully did not even realize you had followed us.
Yeah, he probably just walked us. He didn't know where you guys were going. He was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
we're doing something. Emotions. I can't help with this. I'm leaving.
I leave. I
Okay.
leave.
We'll go back to that scene then. We'll start it off with you walking back towards the scene with Kez and Damien.
Okay.
As you walk back, you do see it's just this weird stare off between. Damien gives off a little bit of rogue vibes, but you've met plenty of characters like Kez. Not quite as eccentric in the wear, but you know the type of that Kez is, and they are having this strange stare off that is borderline. It's not sexual, but it's really hard to tell what's going on in their minds, and it's getting weird.
Between Damien and Kez.
Yes, as they left, you left, and they were staring at each other, and they're
Um,
back, and they're staring at each other.
am I allowed to spend a Fabula point in this scene?
You can spend a Fabula point anytime you want to. What do you
Okay,
want?
okay. The tension is definitely sexual.
Oh my god.
You're welcome.
Ah!
Well, there you go. There you go. There you go, Cass. That's the
Okay.
system.
Yep.
The story is altered, and it is
story
now definitely
is
sexual.
altered. So it's a little bit of like a grin coming from Kez, and it's like the muffins that he had. He's like licking.
Oh my god.
Oh, I fucked up the audio. I was laughing so hard. Oh, jeez, that's so funny.
to make it look like I'm about to bite your balls off, but it's not. It's not that way at all.
You can see Damien's got his thumb on his lip now, and he's just kind of like biting it a little bit.
Oh shit!
And you literally like it was just straight staring. He didn't know how to react, and then they started doing that 5 seconds in.
So Kane just walked into this.
Yeah.
Oh
He
shit!
he looks
Oh
towards the
shit!
guard and just goes. You realize that he was just involved in murdering 50 of your citizens.
That's a fair point.
Fuck! I did bring this up, didn't I?
Yeah. Would you mind stepping out so I can talk to my bounty for a minute?
He takes the muffins and he gives them like one last lick. He exits.
Okay, then he does that, and he just goes, "Oh, that's a shame."
Okay.
Oh,
He does the call me fingers.
exactly what do you want from me, Mr. Bounty Hunter?
Well, first off, let me just fact that staring at the guard that you find attractive is not doing your work that you were put here for.
He didn't stop staring at me, and then it got weird, and then it was just nothing but anger.
I-
And then it weirdly turned. I'm not gonna get into the specifics. It's
Yeah,
not
I don't
for
care.
you, so I'm not going to tell you anymore.
I really don't care.
Yeah, you
What I'm
mentioned
saying
it.
is you should get back to work.
I plan on it.
But before that, and he pulls up a chair and sits across the table for him. I didn't get the full picture. Why did you venture to Kragenbein and steal a diamond from one of the most powerful beings in the lands? I'm just trying to wrap my head around that. I assume it has something to do with your father that was mentioned.
Yes, family. It's family business, and mostly I'm doing it for my siblings because they don't see the big picture. My family, I'm doing all this to get my family back together, but at the same time, I guess it's helping the world, so I'm going to do both, I guess. I've been doing all
Okay.
that just to keep my family together. If you
I
must know.
can understand family safety being a motivation, but your dad's the one that had you steal this thing for a demon of some sort, whatever that tall, lanky motherfucker is.
Well, he was supposed to do something with the diamond, and he kind of retreated, I guess, afterwards. Now, as far
Okay.
as the businesses there go, I don't know. I was just supposed to work with him and give him the diamond, and as you know, how that situation went.
Okay. So why does your father want to get involved with that man? It's a family business. What's the business that your family's in?
My family has been shunned from this world for years. Regardless of your knowledge or not, look at the horns on our heads. It's clear that we are not earthly beings. We are one of demonic nature. Let's put two and two together, right? I have horns on my head that makes me of demonic nature. I am not a spawn of good. So, let's put this together once again. My father was once a man of great power. And then he got shunned into a dark place. A dark place in the underworld, where he created a domain of his own. Now, I'm not exactly sure what my father truly is, but I do know he's not human. He's not good. And I only get my commands from him. I'm not taking any more of his commands, because at this point it's counterproductive. It wouldn't behoove me, and it's not helping my family out. Your friends helped me see them. I was fully prepared to kill them. Okay. I've done some bad things. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and act like I'm a fucking saint here. I'm not. But if this is helping both of us, then we have a beneficial partnership, and I'm able to decipher these riddles and codes that is necessary to understand what my father truly wants, then I'm going to do it.
Okay. So I'm still, because I was out of the loop for everything that happened in the forest. The fact that these dreamers or whatever, they're deities that live and stuff here. The fact that they're dying, is that your father's doing or is that the thin man's doing?
I wish it was my father's doing. It'd make things a lot easier to understand. I do know he's a part of it, but this big situation is not him as much as I want it to be. Something's going on with the world. Either it's dying or something otherworldly is killing it from the inside. I know my father knows more than he's letting on, and he will never divulge that information no matter what. So if he's not going to tell me, I'm going to have to figure it out myself.
Okay. When you contact your father contacts you. How does that happen?
It's normally in a pretty fucked up way. He either sends a dead animal. He normally uses birds with some strange corpse. And that corpse has a message in it. It's pretty fucked up.
Okay. And you don't know where he is or how to reach him yourself?
I don't necessarily know if he's there at the moment, but I know where he lives. I mean, I lived there for several years. But if you, why do you want to know that? You want to infiltrate or something? What's going on in your mind to know that information?
Well, you see, on this side of the table, I ask the questions. Your side, all I want is answers.
Mr.
my
Smart Guy. I'm only asking because if you are, or even have that in your mind, I suggest you never do that ever.
I just want to know this information. So tell me the information. How do you go there?
I haven't been there in years, and I have to travel to the underworld. The underworld is essentially the underdark of this place. You have to
Okay.
go to the underworld, and there's a series of paths and locations that I'd have to remember, but I can't remember that at the moment. The underworld's too big.
Okay.
Now, if you excuse me, do you mind if I just get back to my work, dude?
Yeah, stop staring at the guard. Actually do it.
He started it. I finished it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some words with that one because
Oh yeah, you, the outside bounty hunter, is gonna go up to the sacred guard and tell him how to do his job. Great
the
fucking plan,
security,
dude.
the security in this place is incredibly lax. You guys obviously don't have the same threats that my town did.
I mean, we don't. We're not
Yeah.
governed by a dictator dragon.
So I take it you start to walk out of the room?
Yep.
As you start to walk out of the room, you do notice outside that Kez is currently talking to the Purple Dreamer at the moment. And as soon as you open the door, he turns his location very slowly. He shows his. He looks into your direction and he goes, "You
Me.
are involved now, and it's really hard to simply just excuse you for being just another random person who has entered the world tree. Now, I am aware of a lot more than I let on. But before I do, I am the Purple Dreamer. So he extends his hand out to you. I would love your name.
Kane
Nice
shakes his
to,
hand.
nice to meet you, Kane. You've met my god. He's doing his best, and he's efficient at his job. But just beyond the point, I hope that you'll be involved in the conversation. I know that you are an outsider and you're not a part of this town, but it might behoove you to become involved, so to speak. So to speak, you know what I mean. As he turns his gaze down the hall, and he just goes, "Kaz, I would like you to stay with them for the moment. I will guide Turkin, and he'll essentially be my dummy for a little bit, my protector. Make sure that he's taken care of, I guess. And in the meantime, I'm going to gather the rest of the sacred guard. I take it that you will guide the Yellow Dreamer's guard back as well. In approximately a couple hours, let's say 2 hours, we will meet in the meeting room."
Are you gonna have to write all that down?
I've already done it.
Sweet, yeah, because I forgot everything you said so far.
He just a paper starts to float and go in the direction that he moves his head, and it just kind of hits you in the face.
Ah, sweet. I can see it all. Yep.
Just
Very good.
guide the Yellow Dreamers and stay with them for the moment. To
For
the
how
meeting.
long?
2 hours. I have just said that.
Mm,
He slowly moves his head and starts to. He's moving his feet, but it almost seems like he's just floating the way he's moving.
I got a little lost in that conversation myself. Did the Purple Dreamer want me to follow him or follow this guard guy?
He just said it would behoove you to be involved, and you would be involved in the conversation with the Sacred Guard. He's essentially giving you his permission to be involved in this conversation.
Okay. All right. I guess I'm following you.
yeah. Right.
Hey, really, man. Seriously, that dude murdered a bunch of people.
No.
You
You're
really
just
can't
letting him
be doing-
go.
No, you're not. He's a prisoner that you are making to work. You made him a slave, but legitimately, you probably shouldn't do what you were doing.
What?
Giving him the fuck me eyes.
So is going on.
Okay, so the funniest part of that is I could not hear Prince laughing at all. I'm pretty sure he clipped his mic, but I could hear him laughing from Caleb's microphone.
Lol.
That's good. That's good.
No. It's all in your school.
I walked in and you had 2 of his muffins, which, by the way, are bombs, and you were licking the
That's
crap
what
between.
I was testing.
God.
I figured it out. These are bombs. No one throw these around as he just starts rattling them.
Shit, dude.
The 2 of you start to walk down to meet with the others, and eventually you walk into the scene with Waffle and the Yellow Dreamer.
So, I wasn't really as bad as I thought it would be. It was just like he just went to bed, and he's definitely not gonna wake up. That's it.
Don't worry, it will set in over the next few days. You're in shock right now.
I am not. We have a mission. We have a task. We have a goal. Um, we gotta find out a lot of stuff. Oh, my little brain is gonna explode from all the things we have to know. So I have several key plans that I'm thinking of right now. The first one being purple nose stuff. He was following us, so that might be good. Also, green. Green does the vision stuff. Green might know stuff, and that's why green is
Waffle.
there. Yes.
For now,
Yeah.
we'll speak with the guard.
Oh yeah.
And you're right, Purple may know some of what is going on, so it's possible that he will be involved in the conversation, but for now, and until we know more, the rest of the dreamers should remain ignorant. We don't know how long this process will take, and we don't know what the kind of repercussions would be if they find out.
But green might know already. They know the future.
We will talk with the other guard. Okay.
Okay, guard
Once
first.
we know a little bit more, then we will speak with the dreamers.
Okay.
We don't want anybody to panic, and we don't want anybody to start having nightmares if this isn't going to become as big of a problem as we think it will be.
Okay. So, I think we should talk to Marie Sweet Cheeks.
Okay, Prince, and who is that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have no clue. I
You
just made her up.
He just gave me a prompt. Okay, sure.
Yep.
All right, registered.
Don't put that name into AI generator.
Ooh, Sweet Cheeks.
Yeah, do not do that. Either way, we'll. You guys continue. I guess you guys are planning on meeting with the Sacred Guard.
Yeah, we'll go to Marie Sweet Cheeks.
We're not switching to that scene yet. I haven't figured out what the fuck that is.
Yeah, Kiva's like, Kaziboth and Kane, you are here. All right.
Oh, I
That must
forgot about
mean-
them.
That must mean it is time to speak with everybody. Yes.
Yeah, of course.
All right. And they stand up and sort of straighten themselves out and head off and allow Kaz to lead them wherever they're going.
Kez starts to lead you through, and the world tree is it is rather busy, but nothing too crazy as of note of any awareness of what the situation is. So you guys walk towards the meeting room and shut the door along the way as you guys notice the rest of the Sacred Guard.
Kaz, have you already gathered everybody?
They're on their way. Right now, green, the green, people for the green.
What?
Green's retainers?
Yeah, them.
Okay, yes. It is as simple as calling them
I'm just real flustered,
Green's
man.
retainers.
I'm thinking about
What?
something else.
Okay.
He's thinking about Damien.
What?
What? What the what?
Did something
I'm going to grab the rest of them. Turkey
did
should be here
something
anymore.
happen with
Do you want to
Damien?
kill him too?
No,
He
something.
he hasn't caused any other problems, has he?
No, of course not. I made sure of it.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
He starts to walk out.
Just throw in a little comment to make it all awkward, and then don't say anything more.
Time to meet the rest of the Sacred Guard. The green,
Oh, yeah.
the green Sacred Guard is right there. You do notice an individual with a lizard-like tail and armor all over his body. You do notice an armored helmet that is over his face, but you recognize him as Snow, as he is a lizard folk. And the other one that is on his shoulder seems to be another lizard folk as well. But they are wearing this green attire on them. Prince, would you like to describe Mr. Twinkletoes for me?
He is a little green man. He wears a nice little warlock robe. He's very simple. He's tiny. He's small. He's small-sized. He has big gecko-looking eyes. Looks kind of like a dipshit.
Okay.
That's a description.
He's definitely someone you do not take home to mother.
Okay, I just broke my sound again.
Kid.
Exactly.
I'm good.
Which, makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
You can see the big guy. He slowly kind of just sits down. What you know about their dynamic is the big guy's the reliable one. But
Uh-huh.
he doesn't talk much. He just talks when necessary. Common isn't his first language. It's mostly Draconic, and he knows a little bit of Giant as well. But when he does speak in Common, it's very slow, and it's mostly because he just doesn't understand the Common tongue too well. But he understands the conversion enough that, he's it comes off like he's slow. He's a very smart individual, even though his stature does not represent that. You would think the small one would be, but it seems to be the exact opposite from what you know about these guys' dynamic.
So what you're telling me is that the Dreamers each have a big, quiet one and a hyperactive, annoying, obnoxious little one?
Not all of them, but it's definitely the vibe for these
It's
guys.
definitely a common theme. Oh my fucking god!
Yes! I am reporting for duty, yes! Who do I have to slay?
That's so dumb. Oh my god, that's funny.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that's the two individuals. As Kez, we're gonna take our time and meet these characters in a very slow fashion before we have this meeting. So they're kind of just in the room right now, just waiting, just like you guys.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's not really much to say. I don't like those two, so. So
You don't like anyone, apparently.
No.
You can talk to
yeah.
Toes then, for the moment.
Yeah. Kiva does walk up to Snow and strike up a conversation, though.
He kind of just like pulls up his helmet, and you can see it's almost Dragonborn-esque when you remove his helmet, but you can see the scales are almost Komodo dragon-like almost instead, and you can tell the distinctive features are a little different as he like kind of just looks up to you and he just goes, "Hello."
Hello, Snow. It is good to see you again.
Good
sure
to
this
see you too.
I'm sure this commotion has been draining on the rest of the guard as well.
I have no MP because of this whole commotion! Yeah, what's going on anyways? He starts tapping his toes and running around the entire room. Dang it! There seems to be no end to this entire room! Where is the end?
Is this the other little lizard guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my fucking god.
He is just.
Why are all of your characters like this?
I don't know.
I can't tell them apart half the time.
Right? It's just reskin.
They're all they are literally all obnoxious, hyperactive, weirdo lizard fucks. Okay? That's your character trope
Yeah,
that you
I
play.
reskin.
That's all you did. Oh my fucking god.
He kind of just like looks up and he goes, "Word, slow down." As he
No,
shouts,
Snow, we have been called here. Nothing is happening.
I know.
And I have no MP. This is terrible.
Patience.
No. Starts chugging MP bottles. Just throwing them on the floor.
I do not want to make more.
What? Come on, Snow. I need like
No
full supply.
resources. Stop.
Ah,
No.
You're creating more work for the cleaning staff.
that's okay. They love doing it.
I think many of them would disagree.
I know. This is why they are not allowed to talk to me.
Ugh.
I gotta
Calm
say,
down.
Snow's weapon is badass.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Spearhead on one side, and then flip it over. It's a long sword.
But meanwhile, look at me though.
Okay. So listen. What we have going on here is a toddler play date, and the moms are having a conversation and drinking wine while their toddlers scream and eat dirt.
And
Wow.
the weird-
Eat dirt. Eat dirt. Wow.
That's
Okay.
what's happening
Okay.
right now.
This is where
You've got a tiny lizard chugging potions and smashing the bottles on the ground, okay?
It doesn't need he eats dirt. He's a very nice boy. And you get to know him.
Oh, he is? He said
Yes.
that the cleaning staff aren't allowed to talk to him.
Because all they do is talk shit.
That's the best kind of talking.
He hates it. It's annoying.
Meanwhile, I'm just sitting over the corner, just going. I'm just gonna clean my gun.
His theme is
Right?
his
This is
theme.
crazy.
Basically, Kiva has you on their arm. Like, you're the leash kid, okay? These two are fucked off, like, buried under the playground somewhere, and you're on the leash at Kiva's side, because I can't take... Like, these two, I know they're gonna get themselves killed, but you have a chance, so you gotta stay close. You know?
Damn, okay. That's how we're doing it. All right. We haven't slept, dude. We haven't fucking slept. This is
You're
just,
right, we haven't.
This is just exhausting for him.
It's only gonna get worse.
Dude, you slept.
You have been almost exclusively
have we
sleeping.
slept?
No, you've been sleeping a lot.
You have.
Woofle's
No, but I
fine.
mean, like, no, he's not fine.
He's got
when
plenty of
he's-
sleep.
He didn't. Okay, it's like, what kind of real sleep is that?
It's enough. You take enough naps and you get at least decent enough energy. Regardless, you can still be
He's
exhausted.
a
I'm not
baby.
gonna take that
He's
away
a
from you.
baby. He's a weird
But
baby.
also, it is only going to get worse.
Exactly.
Like,
It's about to get worse.
This is 3 sessions and we
Fuck,
haven't
dude.
we haven't slept.
is
Okay.
purple gonna kill all of us?
Yes. Yes.
Just like, so I wonder, I think you're all wondering why I've called you here.
Get down, get down, get
Hi.
down, get down.
I'll see you on the other side, and then just kills us.
Yeah,
So
it makes sense.
the
I
next,
really hope he didn't invite me for that.
the door opens and Violet's dreamers, they are Sacred Guard. They walk in as well. With these individuals, you do notice what seems to be a hobgoblin woman with wizard robes on. They seem to be purple-esque, and she's got like a faux hawk on at the moment. She is got some half-orc features to her as well, as you do notice tusks are coming out where her front teeth should be. and she slowly starts to walk towards one of the seats nearby, and she just goes, "Evening, everyone," as you guys walk in. And accompanying to her is the same dynamic as you guys have seen before,
Jesus
but
Christ.
not too much. As Prince, would you like to describe Shapoot for me?
Oh god. Are we bringing back all these? freaking-
Yeah. Fuck it. This is fun.
No, keep
Shapoop is here.
Yeah.
no. Ernest Shackleton is definitely not here. He is literal evil
No,
incarnate.
I'm just letting you. I'm just letting you do your thing, man.
Okay, yeah, you see a white kenku, white birded fella. They have a crown that is a natural crown, essentially speaking, just made of their feathers that have grown improperly in the shape of a crown that is all just multicolored um, rainbow, basically, atop their head. And they just have simple clothing on, whatever Sheila Marie gave them, type thing. They just kind of threw that on. They don't have a sense of fashion.
I'm pretty sure that I've in a different campaign met Shapoop.
Yeah,
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
yep.
It's
But since this is our own world and we can make these characters into something more and put it in their own universe, that's what I'm gonna do.
All of them just to die? Come on. Come on. Sheila Marie, the Peanut Queen.
I'm pretty sure that we like fucked up his inn or something.
Yes.
Yeah, he made
Yes,
an
you
emperor
did.
at one point.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, you did. Yep. And they were like, no, please do not do this. They were just so kind and nice about you guys literally wrecking this shit and shooting guns.
And in this world, they are the purple, one of the Violet Dreamer's sacred card.
Okay, so are Violet as in purple who we've been talking about?
There's a Violet as well. There's purple and violet, I believe. Or am I not wrong?
Or you're thinking Violet and Indigo.
Indigo! Thank you. I'm confusing those
Yeah,
words.
because you're thinking of violet,
Yes,
roses
I
are
am.
red, and violets are blue,
Thank
which
you.
doesn't ever make sense.
Yeah, no, Violet is purple. Violet is purple, Indigo is blue.
Okay.
I don't know why we have that nursery rhyme when it's inaccurate.
Yeah.
I hate it.
It's
'Cause
just
it
wrong.
does, it does confuse people.
Mm-hmm.
Let me make sure that I have that. But it's weird. That's so weird.
I trust.
It gets so
Trust.
confusing.
Listen, I'm pretty sure they just couldn't rhyme anything with purple, so they said
Yeah.
blue instead.
Yeah.
But then there's blue.
Yeah, there is.
That's funny. Okay, cool.
I'm not saying it's a good solution.
No, it's not. But we'll
No.
stick with that word. That works for me. Indigo.
There you go. Right.
And she slowly walks in. She just goes, I see everyone has made it perfectly healthy today.
I'm terrible.
You're
Uh-huh.
always terrible, though.
No, I'm always amazing in a small of sunshine.
Do you want the cookie? What
Yes.
Do you want? Okay, here's a cookie.
I feel like I've been in this particular scene before. I'm pretty sure that this has happened in a different campaign.
This is probably happening.
It probably
Just,
does.
do you want a cookie? Yes. Okay, have a cookie. I'm pretty sure that that's happened before.
I feel, it feels familiar. Feels familiar.
Not saying that's bad.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
a little deja vu.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fly back to Kiva because I hate my life. So I just sit back on Kiva. I just eat the cookie, crying all the while.
He was just like, where the fuck did you get a cookie?
I just look at you. Would you like a half of it?
No, I'm all right. You have it.
He splits it down the middle. He's like, "Hey, you can just hold on to this."
Oh, okay. And they gingerly take this half a cookie, like not really sure what they're supposed to do with it.
I take my other half and I stuff it in my pocket,
Oh,
never to eat it.
oh my god. See, here's the thing: is now I have to write down in my backpack that I have half a cookie from you.
Friendship
Yeah,
cookie.
it's a friendship cookie, though. It's a good one. It's a good
Yeah.
one. Yep, I'm going slow that way, everyone. If you guys need to take notes or make sure that at least small things are written down, we're not just rushing through these NPCs or these
Yeah.
big characters that are being introduced to the story without rhyme or reason.
I'm
What
just gonna
were the-
rely on you guys.
Yeah, what were the two names of Indigo's retainers?
Sheila Marie
Oh,
and Shapoop.
Shaboop. Sheila Marie, the peanut queen.
is the next one's gonna be Maddie and Chevy?
I certainly hope not.
I'm going to give you that one for free. No, that's I've excluded certain ones. Just ones that I feel like fit with the scenario and wouldn't be too complicated.
Roger. I mean, hey, if you want to put Ernest Shackleton as one of the bad guys' minions, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, like I might. I'm going to be using previous characters because it's essentially like our own world in a sense. So I'm just going to be using what we've already established as friends. Okay. We'll go with Turkin walks through the door at this point. And he just goes, "Man, these guys are all over the place. Anyone up for a sandwich? Anyone? Huh? Huh? Huh?"
Kiva just says, holds up this half a cookie and says, "No, thank you. I am all right."
Oh, you got a combo. Awesome. Man, they didn't give any chips with my sandwich. Lame.
I use a Fabula point to say he trips and falls, and all the sandwiches get ruined.
No!
Oh no! Why do you guys hate this sweet summer child?
What do you-
Because he stole the kill.
What are you
my
talking about?
sandwiches!
He almost got a kill one time, and that's all it took.
Yeah, literally everybody on Fridays just decided they hated this guy. Because he almost got a kill.
Almost. They took it from him. They used the plot point to make it miss.
Yes. I still don't know what the hell the deal is with that to this day, but it is what it is. He falls.
Exactly.
Ah,
Exactly.
my sandwiches! I only had one, but I guess I have three now. Where did the other ones come from?
But they're also on the floor.
He starts to throw them away and he just goes, "I gotta get another one." He walks out.
Oh my god!
That guy is not a part of the Sacred Guards. That's impossible. We fire him. Unprofessional. Meanwhile.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
literally.
Cookie. Yum, yum, yum.
Ooh, yummy.
All right.
I think I'm gonna use all my Fabula points over these
To
sessions.
torture him.
Yeah,
Okay.
just to make him get fired eventually, just to make him incompetent.
Oh, damn, dude. Jeez. All
Damn.
right, whatever you want. It's your Fabula points.
Yeah, honestly, we need to burn them somehow. We're not
I mean-
burning any, so
I mean, we're at 4 now.
yeah, pretty decent.
Oh, by the way, do you guys get any other extra XP other than just the 5 from the session last time?
No.
We're up to 6
Oh, you guys are
because we spent like 3 last time.
So with how many Fabula points we've used so far, we're at 7 now.
We level after this.
Yeah, I'm just calculating because the extra ones will go towards the next one, and we can potentially level
Yes.
up again next session.
Yeah. Facts.
As you guys are waiting around, the blue retainers walk in. And I'm going to ask again, Prince,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
this is the dynamic that I did not discuss this before with him at all.
No, not at
He
all.
is
Thank you.
unaware about this, and this is exactly how I wanted it. You see an individual with white skin, black hair, smooth and suave, accompanied by an individual that looks very similar to him, as he has
Oh,
blonde hair.
no, we're not doing this.
Guess what's happening?
Not doing this.
That's what's happening.
We're not doing this.
As you can see, a lot of them mistake them for twins, but they're not. They're just two dudes that happen to look very similar. And the only thing that really distinguishes the difference between them is their hair color. As you see, the blue retainers come through.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Disturbing.
Is this samurai guys?
No.
No.
Okay.
They were actual twins. These guys are not twins.
They just look alike.
Yeah. He just goes, "Oh, Kat, you got a smudge on your shirt. Maybe I should wipe that up."
Listen. This is a very important thing that we're doing right now.
No.
We need to be in the moment.
In the moment.
Listen. And he evokes, and then
He evokes too. As they start to do the same thing all the time. It's like, I feel your vibe, and I totally get it. We're always on the same wavelength, Kat.
No, it's because you match me.
No, it's because you match me. And you know my style is a little bit more suave than yours.
Okay. We're gonna get off track, and we're gonna just steal all the air inside the room, and no one will have any air, and everyone will die around us, and that'll be very tragic.
Because of all the air that we're using to speak with our voices.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
So,
I didn't
yes.
think about it that way, but it's a
I
pretty dumb
know.
way to think. No.
No. Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
That one was a dumb one. You gotta take the
Wow.
L on that one.
I do not take L's. I only take W's.
Oh, yes. And that's because we are always on top.
Yeah, no, you don't offend me and then compliment me. That's not how it works.
Well, that's exactly what happened, babes.
I rebuke your statement.
Well, I rebuke your statement.
How is everybody here today? I'm glad everyone's here. I'm glad. Ooh, hi, hello. I'm just glad everyone's here to see
The
us.
small ones are about.
What?
You look at the tiny one running everywhere, and the other one sleeping with a cookie
I
in his
don't-
mouth.
I don't see anything. I'm sorry. I'm colorblind. I don't see any. I don't see them.
Oh, you're so woke.
Exactly.
Oh, thank you for that. I needed that awakening in my life for this moment.
Of course you did. Of
Everyone
course.
is equal besides us.
So why is everyone looking depressed? This is very strange.
Exactly. Cheer up, everyone. We're here.
Yes, come on, celebrate us.
Man, like Kane is just sitting in the corner going, man, Crag and Vine is actually better than somewhere. This is awful.
No,
I'd rather
it's
deal with the
terrible.
Tyrant Dragon.
He was
is
literally just sitting here
awful.
like, I can't believe I came from the same mind as these two fuckers. You know? Also, what are their names?
Kit and Cat.
Kit and cat.
Oh my god.
You'll never remember who's who.
We had to get the ridiculous ones out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying that Prince's made characters that aren't ridiculous?
Yeah.
I don't think that's what Caleb is saying. I think maybe he just has characters that aren't princes.
Exactly.
Wow. Wow. You know, I'm quitting. I'm quitting.
I'm not.
I don't think I could play this
It was a
campaign
joke.
anymore. I'm not a fit. You know, I'm not a good fit here. I'm the outcast.
Mhm. No, you're not the
Everyone-
outcast. You do.
Everyone
There's a
shuns me.
reason why.
Everyone shuns me, bro.
As they start to like sit down, and they don't shut up. Like it's like there's occasional times where someone around them, like Snow, will tell them to shut up, like in a very low tone, and they just completely ignore him. Like they're only hearing the sounds in their own heads and their own voices, as it's almost like Tweedledee and Tweedledum sitting next to you. As you guys,
Wow, those guys are annoying.
Why are all of the fucking Sacred Guard incompetent weirdos?
That's a good question. Maybe they didn't want them to be too overpowered and too just strong to actually just like so this way they can like take them down if need be. If there's a rogue in the group or something.
as you guys are waiting, once again,
Oh no! I moved it. There we go.
the red, the retainer for the red, walks through, and you can see a woman with very pale skin and long white hair.
Mm-hmm.
Demonic-looking eyes, a little bit, black lipstick, and a pretty big build to her. She is skinny in appearance, but like looking at her overall vibe, you don't want to mess with her. As you know this to be the Sacred Guard without a second partner, as something had either happened to the yellow, or not yellow, sorry, to one of the red guard, or they just haven't been able to find a replacement, been fired. There really wasn't any solidified information about the last partner for this person. As
Damien's dad.
They kill them. I mean, it's very obvious. They killed them, and that's okay.
It's Damien's dad.
Oh, that's Damien's dad.
That's Damien's
That
dad.
woman?
Wow.
The missing partner.
As
It makes
you
sense.
do notice this to be as you guys would normally recognize it as Hazel. In this world, she is
Fucking knew it.
a red guard, and the only one for them. As she sits back and she just doesn't say a word. She just kind of just sits down and
Makes sense.
puts her feet up on the desk. Near the desk.
Kiva, do you think anyone else has more cookies? I don't know. This is starting to get, like, boring. I might just actually fall into a coma.
Why don't you go ask Kit or Kat? I'm sure they'd love
I don't
to talk
want to
to
talk
you.
to them.
Hmm.
I think
Shame.
they're very stupid. They look stupid. Look at them. I don't like anyone here. Can you ask someone for a cookie for me?
Where did you get the last cookie?
I don't remember.
I'm not going to go hunting down a cookie.
Okay.
This is very important, but that's okay.
That's great.
You still have half of a cookie. Why don't you simply eat that one?
Because that's the friendship cookie. Since you can't eat, I don't want to eat it.
I can eat.
What?
Waffle.
What the fuck?
Once again,
he waves
we-
over your
we have-
non-existent head again.
How have you not known this? We have been together essentially since birth.
How do you eat?
Would
Is
you
it
like
through your butt?
Would you like a demonstration?
Yes! No, but not with the cookie. Don't eat that one though.
Okay.
Well, since you've chosen not to, I mean, like, might as well not.
Kiva
wanna make
pulls out a water skin and pops the top off of it, lifts it to where a mouth might be, and then simply turns it over so that it pours into their armor, and it sort of just disappears after like getting past the threshold of the collar of their armor. It sort of disappears into a void.
Whoa! And I look inside,
There's
waiting for
nothing
it to
there.
come back, waiting for like it to come back out or something.
No.
I would appreciate it if you did not stare into my body. It's
Now,
unsettling.
based upon where the mouth was located, how long is their neck?
Their
Like-
invisible neck.
Like the average length of a neck. Their neck isn't fucking weird, dude. They just don't have a head.
I just wanted to see that because you know, maybe you got like a big long, you know, like it got stretched out,
No.
3-foot neck.
No,
Oh.
it's where the mouth of any other normal humanoid person would have a mouth.
That's what we like to hear.
And finally,
But instead of, putting it to their lips and drinking, they kind of bring the bottle back a little further so it is like directly over the like
The
neck,
void.
the void, and dumps it into there. That's how they eat
Yeah,
and
I've
drink.
seen this. I've seen this like a million times, but I ignore it.
and finally,
And I forget about it.
the orange dreamers retainers walk through with Kez. You do notice what seems to be a woman with black hair, and also seems to have a drow-like appearance, but it's definitely a different vibe than the one that Kez seems to carry about them. The height difference is it's not significant, but it's noticeable enough that you can tell that she's not full elf. But you can see that she has books on her side, and she's currently wearing glasses. You know this to be Kimmy.
I look for Marie's sweet cheeks in the room, like constantly just scanning.
Is she dead? Do you think Maurice Sweet Chicks is dead?
I don't know who that is. Does Kimmy have a partner retainer?
Yes. Walking through at these. Let me pull it up one more time.
I don't know who this Sweet Cheeks person is.
Yeah, he keeps mentioning them.
I don't know. She could be imagining.
God.
I mean, I'm leaving that up to DM. Like,
I mean, I'm thinking about it. It's just not going to be the first thing on my fucking mind.
oh no, it's on Muffle's mind.
You do notice what seems. Okay, no, it's not. Hold on, let's see. Okay. You notice what seems to be another elf with very blue skin and horns that seem demonic but aren't. A mix between what seems to be an elf and a tiefling as well. This individual seems to be younger, around, or what is young for an elf, very teenage-looking elf. This elf seems to actually have highlights in his hair that are orange to complement the natural black color in his hair. And he seems to have, he seems to be, a chill dude. You know him to be reliable and probably the most reliable. He's called good old reliable for a reason. As he seems to have a sword on his side and a shield, and it looks practical, but he sure knows how to fucking use it.
It's good old reliable. I'm glad he's here.
So is good old reliable his actual name?
No.
No, it has to be. It has to be.
You guys, I mean, that's what you guys call him regardless. You guys call him good old reliable. But he has another name, but at this point it's been lost. as everyone just called him good old reliable.
That's such like it's a good name, but it also seems like it's kind of a sly insult.
Right?
He's so reliable, we don't know who he is.
Kind of just sits down
Ki-
and go ahead.
Kiva calls him reliable.
I definitely do the good old part.
Good old reliable's too long. I just call him reliable.
Oh, facts. No, that is a definitely real thing. But no, this guy, yeah, no, he'll go the mile.
He kind of sits down and he just looks around at everyone and goes, I take it everyone has. Is everyone doing all right today?
I'm doing terrible, thank you.
Okay. Everyone starts to chime in their own different ways. Okay, enough. That's a lot. You guys are being a lot right now. I forgot how
All
many
right.
interesting characters we have in our ranks.
Well, thank you for asking, guys.
Absolutely, it's part of my duty.
It's my job to ask everyone how their day is.
I take it seriously too.
Holy shit, dude.
Nice.
Kimmy kind of just looks a little nervous, but other than that, she just goes back to reading her books. And eventually, Purple walks through the room. And he just
What are we
goes,
here for again?
Well, this is going to have to stay before I do that. You see him, move his hand in a circular fashion, and you can see what seems to be a magic dome starting to over-encompass this entire room, and he just goes, we can't make sure people are peeping in on our conversation, so I've assured that we have our privacy. Ladies and gentlemen, no interruptions, please. As he looks over at you, Waffle.
I just give him a thumbs up, like he gets the green light from me.
The situation that's
No
about to-
interruptions.
Oh my god. I literally just cover your face with my hand. Like, literally, you're sitting on the bench, I'm sitting next to you, I put my hand on your face, push you down onto the bench, and just hold my hand there.
I just like look up at you like, why? Why is this happening?
He did tell you to shut up.
Oh yeah, no, I know that.
Either way, this sacred god is going to be the most important thing this kingdom has had in a very long time for a different reason. This conversation will stay between the sacred god. I will make sure that no matter what, even if you guys feel like you need to tell someone else, that there are ways to prevent such means, as the state of the entire world will be at stake. We've devastatingly lost a dreamer today, and not only that, the most precious one of them all, the one that kept the light within all of our souls. He will not be the first to go. We will all be gone. Now, the very reason that happened, or why it's happening, is beyond us and beyond the knowledge that we are capable of knowing. But there will be no one to replace us. I'm sorry to tell you this, but there will not be another Yellow Dreamer until we figure out what's happening to our world and why it has decided to betray us in this manner. I will be working tirelessly to be figuring this out. No other dreamer should know about this. And I want you guys to do your best to make sure that's possible. I am the only one of the dreamers that are capable of taking care of their nightmares and the nightmares of others. That is the burden I share as a dreamer. So me knowing this information would be pointless, and I'm using this as a benefit. So, for all of you sacred God out there, for every single one of you, even the ones that feel like they can't take this seriously, today is the day you take your job seriously. For the sake of the world is up for grabs at this point. Today, you've basically been upgraded beyond the God itself to saviors, as all of you will be here to save the world. Now, how often we're going to be able to meet up together, it's beyond my knowledge, as I need to make sure that the state of the world tree and the state of Evergreen is taken care of in the background. I am not the face, but I will protect this kingdom.
You're sure not.
Go ahead and lift his head up.
I take my hand off his face.
Repeat.
Hmm?
What did you say?
What I say?
Interesting.
Must have been my subconscious.
I flick your forehead.
I just wanted to make sure that this is known. Today marks a very important calendar date for our sacred God.
Really? What day is it?
I
Make
flick
it
your
up.
forehead again.
Make it up. How about that, Prince? Make it up. I know that's why you did it. Make it up.
It's gonna be January 21st. It's easier for me to remember because it's my birthday.
Okay. Sure. As we'll just use the normal calendar to make things easier.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's going to be February. No, I'm kidding.
You could flavor text it. It don't matter.
Yeah. February 21st.
He kind of just goes, regardless, I would hope that as sacred God, you will hold each other accountable when it matters. You guys cannot guard each other forever, as we are currently missing one. And that's where you come in, mister. And he looks over towards your character.
King.
Like, who?
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember. King.
King. Yeah.
Okay.
It's in my name over on the little side in the
I had to pull
general.
up Discord, yeah. I did not have it
Okay.
in front of me, so. He goes, well, would you like to introduce yourself to everyone?
Stand up. I go, I'm Kane, and I sit back down.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Awesome. Now, as far as I know, from the information that I've gathered, you are a bounty hunter from another world. You are not bound to this world. I'm not going to make you bound to it, because this is not where you're from. But while you are here, you will be an acting member of the Sacred God working for Red. Do you understand?
Wait, what?
Do you understand?
Can I meet the Red Dreamer
Absolutely.
first?
You will be offering your services to her. Do you understand?
I'm saying, can I meet them first?
No.
Wait.
You're going to meet them regardless. So you'll meet them when, but this is what's going to happen for the moment. Even if it's temporary.
Is there a monetary... Am I getting paid for this?
Yeah, are we getting paid?
Oh my.
Now, where's our money?
Stars guide me. Okay. Yes, that could be easily handled if that is what you
Nice.
necessarily need. Whatever you need. But I need a reason to keep you within the Sacred God, and that is the best way of doing it.
Very well.
All right.
Wait, so he's a part of the Sacred Guard?
Did you, not get the context of what I was saying? Yes, he will be a temporary member of the Sacred God. If he chooses to stay, then maybe we'll look into a permanent solution, but that is beyond us. He is a world traveler and he is involved in this situation. Because he is involved, we have to make sure that he stays within the sacred guard as well. This
Ah!
is airtight.
An outsider.
All right, you are dismissed. You are dismissed, everyone. Go about your normal day.
Sir,
Um,
Sir Purple.
Yes.
Where is Marie Sweet Cheeks?
oh my god.
Is she okay?
What?
Ma-
Who is that?
Marie
I-
Sweet Cheeks.
So Kiva stands up and says, I don't know who he's speaking of either, but
Wait, what?
we do have some information about this situation.
Well, then divulge.
Hey, does no one know about Marie Sweet Cheeks? The fuck?
No one
All right.
responds.
Yeah. All right. We do not know a lot, but the people at the circus today are involved. One bound by a contract, and one the son of someone very powerful, someone who knows what's going on and is capitalizing off of our downfall. I'm not sure that they're necessarily causing it, but they are benefiting from it. He has agreed to take the information that he has learned in aiding his father and instead use it to benefit us, to help us either learn what is happening and why, or perhaps prevent the worst outcome that we can.
We'll keep that situation monitored then. We'll be on the lookout because if this individual is as dangerous as they are, and if for some reason we ended up going outside of our normal walls in order to save the world, which is a very strong possibility, I want you guys to know that there might be a time where we might have to rely on Kane for other means. If we have to leave the confines of Evergreen, he will be a very valuable resource to us.
I kind of raised my hand after that. Speaking to the individual, his father is in the underworld. He does know the path, though he'd have to be the guide, he states. So if we do go that route, we are probably going to leave here, and we'd be going outside your guys' normal bounds into a very dangerous place.
Well, until we know more, it's probably best not to instigate violence with someone as powerful as he seems to be. For now, we should probably focus on research and understanding the situation.
Everyone seems to put their own tidbit in, and eventually it gets to Kimmy, and Kimmy goes, well, from the information that I'm able to gather, I've read a lot about the outside, and I would just like to ask, do we know what kind of energy, or do we know who this man is, or have an idea? Because maybe I can, do my best to find use my resources to gather the right knowledge.
I'm not certain of his nature, but I'm sure that speaking with Damien would perhaps provide some of the answers that you're looking for.
Well, we do know he's kind of demony.
That's a good step.
Damien's a tiefling, so are all his siblings. Um, their father is the one where they get that side of their blood from, uh, as Damien specified. So,
Understood.
but apparently all of his children are of different kinds of tieflings. So I don't know exactly what it is.
Well, I'll see what I can do to get the information necessary. And
Right.
she kind of just shuts her book.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything else that needs to be discussed? I know
What
a lot
is
of you
our-
have no idea what's going on due to your aloof nature, but your roles are just as important as everyone else's.
What is our current objective and task?
Right now, you have to remain as you are. We have to gather up information. If you need, as much as Damien thinks that we're just working with him, we are using him. Get as much information out of him as possible and that he's willing to divulge. Regardless of if he doesn't wish to be squeezed like a tomato, I would like you to squeeze him like a tomato.
He is willing to work with us. I think if we remain amicable, that will be the same. He will need help deciphering some of the texts that he has, but he has already made great progress on them.
Interesting.
And in addition to what he is in the process of learning, he does have other information already. There are things that he could probably tell us about his father, his siblings, perhaps more that I haven't uncovered yet.
As
Maybe we can start with.
Go ahead, what were you saying?
Well, I don't know if won't be the thing to start with, but I have some thingy inside of me. I got from the tent encounter. It's like a guy fire in me. I don't know why he's in there, but he's like stuck or something. He might be completely irrelevant though. I have no clue.
We will use whatever we can. Everybody that has a retainer at the moment, go back to your normal duties. As far as Kiva goes, as far as Wufo goes, they will do what they can to resolve the situation as far as what they view as best for them. You guys will always be a part of the Sacred Guard no matter what, but being the fact that we've never not had a Yellow Dreamer, even after death, even when waiting, we have to figure out how that goes, or what the best process of filling your shoes goes. It might be that you guys end up traveling outside these walls to to get a better understanding of what the situation goes, but we cannot make any hasty decisions based off emotion.
I will go wherever I must in order to ensure the safety and continued existence of Evergreen and its people.
And I know you will. You're one of the few here that takes their job seriously, as he looks around. As far as you go, Kane, you and Hazel, who is your new partner for the moment, she kind of just stares at you. You guys will go meet, have you meet the person you're supposed to be retaining for the moment. She's a very wise woman, and she will understand. Does not matter if you're temporary or not. If I know how seriously you take your job, especially if it's for money, you'll do perfectly fine.
Okay.
And Kimmy, have you seen Marie Sweet Cheeks by any chance?
No, I have not seen Maria Sweet Cheeks. Why would I? No, I have not seen that person. I've never even heard of it.
But what? She's a part of the Sacred Guards. What do you?
Why does no one know her?
Reliable just goes, not enough of this nonsense, enough of the nonsense talk. Me and Kimmy will be on our way to continue our duties as dutiful sacred guards. I wish you guys the best, and I wish some of you guys would take your job seriously, because we are doing some very, very important work, and sometimes we are not taken seriously because of you two. And he like points to Kit and Kat, who are currently playing with each other's hair. To you, points at Twinkle Toes, and then points at Snow as well. You need to keep him on the leash a little bit more. And some of you guys are just all over the place. Just take your job seriously. And he starts to walk out.
Good
Yes.
dreams.
I
Ugh.
believe it should be reiterated. The dreamers are going to die, and they are not coming back. Some of you need to let that sink in for a minute.
You guys don't
This
want
is-
to witness it firsthand.
This
It
is an
was terrible.
upheaval of the entire structure that our existence is built upon.
Life as we know it is changing before your very eyes. History in the making, and we're a part of the books.
And then I put you in the baby hamper because you're not the one that should be saying those lines.
Waffle bottoms. The waffle
fucking-
stack monk.
You're
is
one to
down.
talk
Oh yeah, for sure.
As
and never shut up.
everyone decides to go on their merry way and start to shuffle out. And eventually...
I walk up to this Hazel person.
Hey, what's up? Nice to meet you.
Well, yep, I guess we're partners, and I'm supposed to meet whoever it is that we're guarding.
Yeah, we're gonna meet her, and I take it you. Talking's annoying. What are you good at, man?
Killing.
Good enough, simple enough. What do you kill with?
Guns.
You have to show me that later. Don't know what that is. All right,
Yeah, probably want to be outside when we do.
that is fine. I guess I'm gonna stick with you guys for the bit until we go and meet this. Until we go meet Red.
Speaking of which, do I gotta change up my color scheme, or can I good just keep wearing what I'm wearing?
You're gonna have to change it up a little bit, at least around here. You can wear whatever you want outside of the world tree, but when you're within the world tree, you wear red.
Okay. Can I just wear like a red armband? Call it good.
No. Hey, let's put it this way. I don't want to look like this. I think I look ridiculous. I'm still doing it.
Okay, well, I don't want to spend the money on wardrobe change, so
You don't have to.
if
We
you
got
guys
you.
have a treasury, okay, cool. You guys got a treasury, fine, that works.
You don't have to worry about the wardrobe change. We'll work with you. There's plenty of people who do.
Okay.
Uniforms are provisionary here. Some people do choose to bring in their own garments. Many have a particular style, but you will be sufficiently equipped.
I was born in these clothes.
Some of us didn't have that luxury.
Nah, it sucks.
Yeah, a lot of dreamers are like, they were made out of dreams. You two were specifically made out of dreams, but in my case, they weren't. I wasn't dreamed up. I just happened to get the job. It's rare when that happens, so you're kind of the same way.
Do you know
It's-
Marie Sweet Cheeks?
Oh my god.
I go into like my little tools bag thing real quick, and I pull out some duct tape and I hand it to, names,
Eva.
Kiva.
I take it and I ask, what is this?
sticky. Pull off a strip, put it on his mouth whenever you want. Probably wrap it all the way around the head to make sure it's secure.
Ah, so it functions similar to Kaz's stickers.
I
Yes.
look at you. I look at you with the most innocent of eyes, and I just say, "Please don't do that to me."
I put it in my bag.
Oh no!
And then I turn back to Hazel and I say, "Your presence here speaks to the skill that you must possess."
Yeah. Red has never, at least this Red, was not able to dream up her guardians. So the reason why I am the only guardian
Yikes.
for her is because I was the best person to do it, I guess. I don't know. I was a part of a tournament. And
Red's the old woman.
Yawn.
yes, Red is the old woman. I wouldn't say that to her, but she's the old woman.
Some people are old.
I was just went back and looked at the picture,
I
and
know.
she was like 120.
I found it funny too.
Oh boy.
I mean, if you guys don't mind accompanying me, we'll get this over
You're
with.
fine on your own.
Oh my God.
Yeah, well, you're fine on your own.
Okay, I was just asking for assistance from fellow Sacred Guard, but you know, if you're gonna be
Yes.
like that, that's fine.
I will accompany you, or you may accompany me, whichever is more
There is a
beneficial.
lot of things we have to do.
Yes, and as Sacred Guard, we will be doing them together.
And do not slow us down, please.
She looks at you with very insulting eyes, as if she's insulted. She just goes,
Yeah.
She just goes, I wasn't planning on it, but all right, sure.
God. Ruffle, why are you such an asshole? I mean, I thought Kiva was an asshole, but she's really only an asshole to you. You're an asshole to everybody.
Probably because you're an asshole to him, so he takes it out on everyone else. And he is obedient to you, and so therefore he will not do it to you and do
I
it
mean-
to everyone else.
I mean, like, Kiva would have noticed that you, like, do things that they tell you to do, but they don't necessarily think that you're, like, obedient to them, just that you, like, agree with whatever plan they're telling you to do.
Like naturally, no. Everything
Yeah.
in their bones would go completely against whatever you say. But
Uh-huh.
my theme, I stick to it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why you're loyal to Kiva, but
I
okay.
don't know. But
Like, literally, they're so mean to you.
Oh yeah, right. I will suggest though that we go back to the scene of the crime and just go on. We should go back to the carnival. I hate to go there, but it is a good place to start. We didn't get to see a whole lot. All we did was get like really beat up, and that was it. So we never got to look back there. I think it's a good place to look.
It's not a terrible place to look, but I think anything important they probably would have taken with them.
If there's like one shot, we could find something there, I would like to do it. If you would like to split up and look elsewhere, I understand.
All right. Were other people going to talk with Damien, or was he just kind of being left on his own?
At the moment, he's currently. I'll say that Kez has decided to personally make sure to make sure that he's good. And he had mentioned that he's going to be guarding him at the moment.
Make sure that he's taken care of. Yeah. Understood.
Yeah,
All right.
That's the only person that mentioned anything about him, though.
As long as someone eventually gets around to helping him decipher that shit,
Yeah.
then it's whatever's.
Exactly.
And I suppose Kiva will just go to the circus. with you.
Yeah, by the way, what are you guys deciphering?
I assume that it's stuff that, like, material given to him by his
He has not
dad,
said
or
shit. Yeah, he hasn't said shit
yeah,
about it.
or that he decided, hey, I want to know more, so he went and found them. But
I think he's just making
yeah.
another bomb, but my character doesn't, so it's perfectly fine.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
it supposedly will it's supposed to have information pertaining to this situation. Maybe it's info on like why the world is going shitty. Maybe it's information specifically about the dreamers. We're not really sure. We just know that it is related to what's happening.
I just think it's a bomb. It's a bomb.
That's what he thinks. Yeah.
It's my headcanon.
You
Hey, look, it's what I do, okay?
you guys walk, and eventually, as you guys are, because I figured you guys are headed towards the side of the carnival.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The scene of the crime.
Okay. As you guys are walking, you guys do hear in the background, as Kez is heading off to do his job. All right, I guess someone's got to look after him. And he starts to walk off, and the purple dreamer like just stops him and just goes, "No, you are with me. Oh, come on, really?" He just like starts to drag him off. He's just like, "Okay, Tekken, you gonna watch? You gonna look after him? Huh? Look after the bad guy." Okay. Starts to walk upstairs. Are you seriously going to have him? Oh.
So disorganized.
He seems
Yeah.
so trustworthy. He's
Um,
definitely going to do a good job.
Before we fully leave and like go to the circus, I do stop over and talk to Purple, and I'm just kind of like, are you doing all right? If you've known about this for, well, clearly you've known about this longer than we have.
Um. I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. I guess that's the best way to describe it. There's a certain bravado that I have to carry around, and I have to shove a lot of my feelings to the side, but I do find solace in knowing that this is going to happen. But I will do my best to prevent it the best way possible. If there's any way to stop it, if there's any way to prevent this tragedy from happening, I will do anything. That's all I know.
That's so cool.
Well, I may not be your retainer, but I will stand by your side through all of it.
I will gladly have you.
Right. We're going to go reinvestigate the scene at the carnival, see if there is anything that we missed.
Take care of yourselves.
I
You
haven't
as well.
slept in 2 days.
Exactly what I mean.
We still got to find the stuff, though.
Would it? Should we rest?
I would recommend it. I can go meet Red, and then we all rest, and then tomorrow with fresh eyes go look at the scene of the crime.
That is not a bad idea. I am just now beginning to feel the ache in my bones. I suppose I had not noticed it before with everything else that was going on.
Yeah.
It is best that we rest, I think. We will meet back up with you and Hazel tomorrow morning then.
Cool. Do you have a map of this place?
No,
I'm
it's a
sure that
labyrinth.
I am sure that we can arrange some sort of navigation for you.
Huh?
Oh, good.
To make sure no one finds it, though, it's
Well,
supposed to be a labyrinth.
Hazel does walk up to you and just goes, "Well, don't worry about it. I got you. Just follow me."
She knows everything.
Thank you, Hazel. It was good to see you again.
Yeah.
Naturally. Good to see you guys too.
There's a little bit of a nervous waver in Kiva's voice that yeah, Waffle, you're not too familiar with that sound.
You okay? Are you having trouble breathing?
No?
You never have trouble breathing. What's wrong? Are
Well-
you super tired?
Yes, Waffle. I am exhausted. A lot has happened today.
Inside check.
No, literally, like more monotone and like than anything. Yes, I am tired.
Believes you.
Also, just
Believe
so
it.
you guys know, I have decided in this exact moment that Kiva has a crush on Hazel.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's how you gotta do it.
You know,
Mhm.
there you go. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's all
Keith-
of her masculinity, that's why. She
It
oozes
it is almost 8, which I know isn't like super late, but
It is perfectly fine.
yeah,
Oh.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
need to get going.
Yeah, get going, get got.
You don't get any arguments.
Do my-
from
My evening stuff, get some dinner, and go to bed.
Exactly.
us. You can say we can easily say Kiva heads off to sleep. Perfectly fine.
Yep.
Ah. Ready.
Are you guys gonna keep playing?
Well, we're gonna at least play out the last scene right here.
Oh, okay.
And
I mean,
that's about
I
it.
can stick around for that.
Okay.
Okay.
I just didn't want to keep playing for like 2 or 3 more hours.
Oh yeah, no,
We
no.
understand.
That's completely
And then
understandable.
plus, we want to make sure that these are not necessarily relatively short, but you know, I'm trying to keep it within a time
Yeah, at least we resolved the issue
Mhm.
of the carnival. And that's
Yeah, absolutely. We can. I can definitely stay around for one more scene.
Understood.
So during downtime, we're just gonna make this quick, since we're doing this right now. You can increase a what do you call it? Bond with someone
Mhm.
during the downtime.
Mhm.
So you can add like hatred towards me or inferiority towards me, you know, whatever you want.
Or you can, from what you
Or
said,
you can add it towards
for Hazel or anyone that you feel
yeah,
like you had
yeah.
a connection with, an NPC or one of the
Are-
characters. You can add that to your
Exactly.
bond sheets.
Are we allowed to like change more than one bond or not?
I believe it's just one.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can add one, or you can like change loyalty to mistrust or
Mhm.
trust to
You
misloyalty.
can change it, but even if you change it, it's still, if it's the same person, it's still a +2.
Yeah.
Because you're still doing adding another bond to a person. So that's up to you what you want to do. And I'll allow everyone to add a bond since we really haven't done that yet.
Okay.
Because it's
So-
first on list. So.
There are 2 bonds that I want to add, and since I have to choose one, for now I'm gonna add a bond with Hazel.
How
But-
about this? Since we really have yet to do this or have that yet to become really relevant, we played for a decent bit at this point. I'll say 2. It's fine.
Okay. All right. I'm adding a bond of affection with Waffle.
Same.
And no offense to Kane, because I mean, listen, I know that you're the other player character, so this feels so wrong to not make a bond with Kane.
He has
But I-
just been super shady.
I
Maybe
am.
okay.
I'm gonna make that bond with Hazel, though. I'm so sorry.
Sounds
I'm so sorry. I'll make. I'll make a bond with you the next chance I get, though, because
Oh yeah, mistrust for
feels
him.
it feels so stupid to have a bond with one player character and then just not have a bond with Kane.
If it makes
But
you feel better, like our Thursday group was the same.
Yeah, it's okay. It is perfectly fine.
It is very
Okay.
much a one-way relationship.
Mhm.
for the most part.
I'd
No.
probably do the same as you, but like my character really only knows your two characters.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So remember, this applies to everyone, not just him.
So you can use it on a villain too, as well. So,
I know.
say for instance, Damien. If you want to have mistrust, hatred, or affection or loyalty with him. But yeah, once again, it will affect the roles associated with that character. So
Yeah. I'm doing one for Kiva and Waffle.
Waffle.
It's essentially
Waffle.
that. It's the same
Yeah.
thing.
it is. I did that on purpose.
And I assume that you were doing what you were doing, Wiffle.
Yeah, I'm just. Oh yeah, I get that too. So I would actually add. I would add admiration for Kane. He's a very brave man to be in the
Yeah,
same
you're
room.
kind of just like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. Sure, whatever. Like, what the fuck?
This just benefits him regardless.
Hey, the world is ending. Do you want to get in on this? Yeah,
Well,
sure. I guess.
At least this way I get paid. Because you guys stole my bounty from me.
Sorry. Not well. No, I'm not sorry.
Not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I'll
Yeah,
do it again too.
For Kiva, I did an admiration because
Oh.
Kiva's very stoic and about the job, and he respects that. Waffle, right now I'm doing a fury.
Waffle. Sorry, just every time you say it like that, it's so funny.
Inferior.
He is beneath me.
Yeah, I'm like, you are a subpar guard. That's all he's thinking so far. Even though you did heal him, like originally I was thinking maybe loyalty or something, but then you just went off the rails with every NPC.
Oh man.
Let's go ahead and do this last thing, and then we'll call it.
Mhm.
Nice.
So-
Look, there's always a method to his madness.
So you guys walk in. Let's just say you guys accompany him before you guys head off to bed. You guys walk in and you see this older lady. Her room is filled with a lot of orangish and reddish adornments. She has very much has an herbal sense to the room. Like you instantly know this is a tea lover, like walking through the room with the amount of different scents that are going through.
Oh, is the carnival? Question mark?
No, not the carnival. We're doing the scene with
Talking to the red.
meeting.
Okay.
Yeah. She's currently brewing a pot of tea. It seems as you guys are walking in. Hello. Oh, I didn't expect myself to have any guests this evening. Hazel, it's always wonderful to see you. And I'm assuming that you are the part-timer?
Yeah, that'd be correct.
All right. What are you capable of?
Killing.
She just kind of like looks up after like pouring a cup of tea, and she goes, "Okay, that's wonderful. That's not wonderful. What is that all you're going to give me? You are going to be my retainer for a good bit, or at least for
He is a
Kane-
killer.
That's
Kane just kind of sighs. I can track people. I can be in the shadows. I can find what you need. All those things lend to also protecting you.
She starts.
I'm a capable bounty hunter.
It's wild.
She starts to giggle. You remind me of Hazel. You guys are very similar in a lot of ways. When she first got here, she liked to keep secrets too. We'll see how long that lasts, dearie. Regardless, I will ask you wear red, orange, whatever. Either one of those two colors is perfectly fine. You don't have to wear it all the time, but within the tree, that's all I ask, that's all I request. If I need something from you, I will ask. For the most part, I'm capable of taking care of myself, darling. I expect you to hold a decent bit of candor when necessary, but for the most part, I don't really need you to say much words. Just whenever I need a bodyguard that isn't Hazel, I'll ask for your services. Is that okay with you, young man?
He just nods.
Is that okay with you, young man?
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah, she can't hear very well.
God.
She just looks over you and says, "He did not say words, you silly little nitwit."
That's what I'm saying. You can't hear.
Can I make a third bond with her as admiration?
Yeah, can I do that too?
You know what? Fuck it. We're having fun. Why cut you guys? Go ahead and make a third bond. It's fine.
Oh, well, I'll make hatred with her
Go for it. I don't care.
Oh
It's
my
fine.
god.
immediately.
This is so dumb. I'm putting the red dreamer as one of my bond. Why am I doing this? I'm doing it anyways.
Just do it. Who cares? Have fun.
Yeah.
It's probably never gonna come into play, but
It's still
Well, reading through the rules, you can do things like I'm fighting for this person, even though they're not on the
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah, they don't have to be in the scene yet.
yeah. There's
Like-
Yeah.
ways to use them no matter what.
It's
Like,
just flashbacks.
Yeah, so it's like if she comes up in a conversation and it's like, oh, there's a mystery involving her, you can use that bond. You can invoke that bond, so that's actually perfectly
No,
fine.
I know. It's just fucking
You know,
never
it
gonna
is.
come up.
That's a big thing, a big possibility.
She looks at you guys and she says, if you would like some tea, there are cups right here. I know that not everyone can participate in such things, which is perfectly fine, but they're there regardless. But until then, you can either make your way out, or if you would actually like to know me a lot better, Kane, you can stay and, razzle-dazzle me a little bit.
That sounds like she's gonna jump your bones, bro.
What does she mean?
She's gonna jump your bones. You want that?
No,
I can help you.
that is
I
not
can put
what
in a good
meant,
word.
you silly little nitwit.
I
I look at Kiva and I signal for the duct tape.
yeah, I reach into my bag and I just tell her I am so sorry.
What's
He has-
happening?
He is very tired.
Don't do it.
We're going to go rest. As I'm
Don't
placing
do it.
tape, as I'm like menacingly bringing the tape closer to your face, it's like you better leave, or the tape is
Where
happening.
the term numbskull came from? I think.
Don't care.
I think you are the origin of that, honestly.
Don't care.
Because literally, there's nothing going on up there.
Don't care.
Tape over the mouth. It's happening.
As this is happening, and she keeps insulting Wolfle, Kane just gives like the quietest chuckle and then goes over and pours a cup of tea and opens like a little compartment on his mask that's big enough for him to drink through.
I think I'm gonna really like this one. They really
Yeah, so I put the tape on his mouth and then I kind of place him on my shoulder like you would when you're burping a baby, and I pat him on the back and I say, "There, that is much better. Let's go rest. You need nappies." And I start to leave, and I look over at the Red Dreamer and I say, "It was very nice to see you again. Have a good night."
Pleasure.
And then I leave with Waffle.
And that'll be the last scene we do today. As if we went to the carnival scene, Prince, it would be a lot more. So if we're gonna end it, this is the scene to end it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All
Why
right.
not?
Yeah. That that'll wrap it up for the session. So definitely, you guys leveled up no matter what. So
Hmm.
whatever Fabula points that you guys have extra, or at least experience points extra, you can just put it on after the level up.
We have 2.
Okay.
All right.
2 extra.
2 extra.
Although I do think we still do have 1 Fabula point left over from not using that point.
Okay.
Yeah, what?
Just for next time we use just 2 Fabula points, we'll
Guaranteed.
get it.
Yeah. Understood. All right.
Uh,
I figured you guys have an idea, and if you guys don't, that's perfectly fine. It's been a fun session. You guys met a lot of different characters. That's why I wanted to take it slowly. And even if this is just really a session of us just meeting the characters and meeting our cast that'll essentially, be a part of the world with us, that's perfectly fine.
I definitely had fun listening to you guys introduce these characters because what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, I did just bring that up on him, but I thought it would be really fun to do
That's fucking hilarious.
that.
no! Why? Hello, I'm here.
I went into a writer's block a little bit when coming up with these characters, and I'm just like, why am I overthinking this? I'm just gonna have fun and just do it this way. And
I mean, that's why I sometimes bring back characters. I'm like, it's pretty easy to do that.
and it just works, and it makes sense that like that they're silly and sometimes obnoxious and just all over the place because they're dreams.
So,
I mean, these are literally the people who have to make sure that the dreamers are happy all the time.
Yeah.
yeah.
You
gotta be
know?
goofballs,
It makes
basically.
sense that some of them are fucking weirdos.
Yeah.
They're clowns. That's why
Yeah.
the pirates are like. There's the weird one and then the serious one. And the serious one's actually doing the protecting, and the weird one is the jester.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
It's the same. Yeah, with Twinkle Toes. Like on the outside, he looks useless because he pretty much is. But he has his purpose for the purpose of the dreamer itself.
And don't get me wrong, I'm sure even the clownish ones are like entirely capable,
Yeah, of course.
of protecting their dreamers, whether it's with magic or like Waffle is a good melee fighter. So it's like they're not actually useless, they're just fucking dumb.
Yeah, they would definitely like. And the thing is, that was very deceiving for the enemy to just like
Yeah.
suddenly get mollywopped by this tiny like pint-sized hero.
I mean, yeah, it's like you see Kiva in like basically full plate with 2 shields, and you're like, oh, that's gonna be difficult. And then you see the teddy bear, and it's like,
Yep.
well, I guess I'm gonna fight that one, obviously. And then
picked the wrong motherfucker to fuck with again.
yeah,
Meanwhile, I will run away from an onion.
yeah. I mean, it's like against a bigger boss, it's like they're not expecting it, and then all of a sudden,
Mhm.
it turns out this isn't just a teddy bear. This is a cracked out, fucking insane bitch here.
Psychopath.
Like, there's no thoughts. There is
Nope.
only rage and confusion.
Hence why I'm a fury.
Yeah. Yeah, there's only rage and confusion, and that's what they're actually fighting is, so.
And now we recruited this other psychopath who's just a murder weapon.
Literally though. It's like, okay, we recruited 2 people. One person that is, he says yes if there's money involved, apparently. Like, we haven't found a limit on what he's willing to do. So, this lunatic,
Paid.
yeah, this lunatic who will just do anything if you give him money for it, and then a fucking mass murderer. That's who we've recruited.
Yeah.
This is, it's a nice healthy mix, right?
Mm,
Right.
mm,
Looks at the
mhm.
camera. Healthy, right?
Sure.
Like
Sure.
the fucking like one-on-one interviews from The Office just looks at the camera.
Yeah, straight up. That would be a crazy show.
Ah.
All right, hey, we'll be back at
Well,
it next week per usual.
yeah.
Exactly.
All right. I'll see y'all
Fun,
then.
fun time, guys. I'll see ya.
Absolutely.
Peace
Have a good weekend,
off.
everyone.
Bye.
All right. Bye.